This a Batman tool. I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit. Alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rubber.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop ball. I die for I let my colors fly, ball. For a nigga take me, they'll drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did, it really go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they sing about that ribbon like petty poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my life feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze off Run West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. Little nigga, this that cult, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. UPK, Batman, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been a showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swerve. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's One West practical, gladiator maximum. Creep on them slow, but they Glock fire rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no car, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General YAHANNA, presents the Lord's 55th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th Annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General YAHANNA is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
I.S.U.P.K. presents the 55th Annual Passover Course. Order now only $10. The red corsages are for the married sisters only. The white corsages, sisters must complete 6 months in the school. Contact your camp leader now. Order now. Only $10. You must complete the payment. Pre-order your corsages now. Also, the 55th sister to pre-order will win one of these amazing handcrafted leather accessories for your wrist. Click the link in the description below to pre-order your corsages now.
Stop being yourself. Don't be yourself. Some of the worst advice that people get, that I've gotten in life, is to just be yourself. Because if that was the case, if everything could be solved by just being yourself, then everybody would already have all their problems fixed. Because naturally, everyone is just being their self. But when it comes down to it, naturally, who you are naturally is going to get you nowhere. Because most people don't naturally want to do anything. Naturally, you just want to sit in the house all day and chill. Naturally, you just want to have fun. Naturally, you don't want to go to school. You don't want to go to work. You don't want to save money. You don't want to make smart decisions. Naturally. In order to truly succeed, you can't just be yourself. Because often, whoever you are naturally is a detriment to your success. What you have to do is focus on self-improvement and becoming somebody better in order to get to where you want to go. But being yourself likely will lead you nowhere. Shalom. Entertainers, rappers, and athletes did not join the Illuminati, did not sacrifice their children and their loved ones in order to become famous. However, the thought that they may have done those things in order to become famous makes you feel a lot better about your lack of success. Because you can sit back and say, oh, I never got a record deal because I wasn't willing to be gay. Oh, I never joined the NBA because I wasn't willing to sell my soul. That's garbage. You didn't get a record deal because your raps are terrible. Nobody wants to listen to them. You didn't get into the NBA because you can't put the ball in the hoop enough times. You get the ball and the ball go everywhere but the hoop. You didn't work hard enough. You weren't talented enough. And that's why you didn't get to where you want to go. Instead of looking for a bunch of fantasy excuses as to why you're not successful, just work hard enough and maybe you will. Or maybe find something that you can realistically be successful in. But stop looking at celebrities and giving them every excuse as to why they became successful and you didn't. You're just making yourself feel good about your lack of success by delegitimizing their success. When those people, many of them, they worked hard. They worked hard, they applied themselves, they were talented, and maybe then, you know, on some level the Lord was with them or they had a little bit of luck and things worked out. But it's not because the Illuminati wanted Lil Durk and Lil Baby to rule the world or whatever garbage you believe in. So, yeah. Shalom.
Shit, man, what's good for the night though, man?
Shit, I think we should go to Duke's tonight.
Shit, Dukes? I'm always fucking with Dukes out there last night. I'll go again, I ain't tripping.
We go to Duke's every Saturday.
Man, we don't gotta go out. We can just drink at school or some shit. Nah, for real, man. We can just stay in. Like, what's up with that?
This nigga. Oh, what was this? Wow. Bro, like, bro, shut the fuck up. No more plans from you.
Let's just get some s'mores and crackers and sing Kumbaya.
This nigga, you feel what I'm saying though? Like, nigga trying to go out, this nigga, ooh, stay inside. I want to be indoors. Weird ass shit, man. Like, God, leave. God damn.
tell you about this weird shit Captain did, man. All the niggas over there out there.
You talking about something that just happened right now?
Yeah, all them brothers out there laughing.
All right, well, hold on. Are you offended?
Yeah, I'm offended, man.
Okay, so if you offended, hold on. If you offended by what somebody did or said to you, what should you do? Should you go to a brother and talk about your offense? Or should you go to the brother that offended you?
But I feel like I can't
No. Hear me though. What Christ said?
Go to him and him alone.
All right then. So what you about to do?
I'm gonna go talk to him about it.
I'm sorry, Christ.
Yo, you got any better ideas?
Hey, the life of a quarterback.
Oh my God, bro.
Nigga, that's a funny nigga, man.
It's like capology.
It was good.
I'm offended by all the jokes and stuff that y'all was doing. Really, like, I feel like y'all took it too far. Like, I know we joke around with brothers, but I feel like y'all took that shit too far.
Yeah, man. Hey, Shalaki, man. I that's my fuck up. I apologize for that. I ain't even mean to be, joking and laughing and shit at you. You know you my bro. I'm sorry. You accept my apology?
Yeah, kind of, sir.
I'm Shalaki. Let me get you a drink or something. We solid? We good? More time, crack the water. Hey, Shalom, Lord of Christ, man. We just showed you a scenario on how you should handle a situation when someone offends you, man. Listen, man, you get offended in the school, always take the proper protocol. Go to him and him alone, man. That's how you keep brotherhood strong, and that's how you keep demons away, and that's how you keep everyone together. You understand? Shalom. One take, right here.
Just because he think he 13,000, man, I really don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. That shit be pissing me off.
I'm finna tell that nigga everything you just said.
Rolling. Man, Captain over there making jokes about it.
Nigga, that one like. No. Come back later, nigga.
Everybody here, so you got the perfect people.
Farms that sit on billions, the people who helped build the country don't have nothing. And after you use us, you report us back. All the queen's jewels and crowns comes from slave money. Where's the talk for us? You're helping Israel for what? What about us? What about what you did to us? We can't have a community with everybody. We can't. We don't have to identify
like you, as a leader, you're also working towards it.
Say that one more time?
I do, because like, as a leader working towards that, you know, powerful man.
No, I'm not. I serve a powerful man. That's right. I serve a powerful man by the name of Commander John YAHANNA, who serves another powerful man that you know as Jesus Christ, who was actually black in the Bible. That's right. And what he wants is turning enough things upside down, setting things right and in order. Right now, you have white supremacy. I want total, unadulterated, red-blooded black supremacy. Black supremacy is the truth. That's what I want. I want my children to grow up. They don't see your face. That's what I want.
You need everything you need because I know you need everything in Christ. And Christ needs everything you need.
I called on the Lord. I said, the Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you call for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they don't follow the law, they doing it. You said under your house side, They ought to love one another. Are they doing it?
Outside of like organizations, but also with like the youth organizations, so we did like
Basic moving up. You can identify what I'm talking about. Like this is not a race thing where I'm going to punch you in the face. But historically, white people suppress everything. But our people, he's so bad to talk other people to oppress us. Pakistanis have oppressed us. They don't even know it. All our businesses, our economy is so horrible. Like you said, Brixton used to be like, what's some other areas in Brixton?
It's not a carnival because it's causing too many problems.
Well, not just the carnival, but once you take away people's real estate where they can physically exist and economically exist, you want to destroy people. And now you start to predatorize our men. We have to separate from your people. And this is not personal. We have to separate from your people. Because guess what? The other nations that was able to come in and take our economy, Britain's government allowed it. Britain's government gave tax incentive, business policies that wasn't extended to us. Black people have built Britain. Priti Patel reported the Windrush. When there's cases of Indians and Arabs doing terrorist acts in England, there's no deportation for them. We attack our people for one reason only. We don't have a community with economic power to fight back. You do that to them, you can't even stop the Palestinian protests because they have a community. Our people, is it true? But our people, you know why you can recognize it and our people can't? You have no experience with our people. You can see through a clear lens. Our people have a psychological trauma response. It's called Stockholm syndrome. Your process is clear. I can't say nothing. I have to love them. I have to tie myself to this. That's why you can't identify. What I saw in the room was everybody knows it, but nobody, people feel betrayed to say it themselves. And if we don't have that,
brainwashed if you say that and you see people say that are you racist?
But the Palestinians don't have political correctness. But other nations don't have political correctness. Palestinians don't, Jewish man doesn't, Pakistani doesn't. They all say what they have to say. So, really what we have to do is all people have to get out of community stuff is not going to work.
Like businesses, people come and spend here. But stop there. And 3 o'clock when that finishes, everyone goes out there, like you said, to going back to all the other shops.
Yeah, because there's no identity, there's no racial identity. Even to a point, you can attack what you do for a living. But even that is a decision because now my kids are looking up to you in a position of power. And this your face, your hair, everything, that's where education comes from. That's where betterment comes from. And when they see their own mother, it's not the same thing. Your people will never let my people teach you. Jews will never let the children teach their children. You shouldn't allow. And that's the hard fact of the matter. Our people don't understand it. You can understand that you're a free woman. Our people are not. That's my issue. Well, I could explain it to you, and this is from the Bible. The Bible says, listen, the ability does not, that's a Thessalonians. And it said, all this will stay until the man of perdition is revealed. Man of perdition is the man of destruction. Man of destruction is the white man. That's right. But everybody thinks he's a hero. Everybody looks at you like you're a hero. Our women try to look like you. Our men try to get you. We have to tell our people, we have to identify and then give actual evidence. Now, once they see that, they start to fall away from you. So the first step is the devil. People are just how could we problem when things are going on. That's the first step. Not enough of our people know it. Not enough of your people are like you. You're remarkably honest. I was expecting a little guy and deceit from you. You identify with it because you're a free woman. You're a free white man. You know your people are the devil. 100%.
I agree.
All people love you.
I probably hate them as much as you.
Well, once again, your man oppresses you.
100%.
Your man oppresses you. Your man oppresses everybody else.
Absolutely.
But even though he oppresses you, you benefit.
Oh, yeah.
Your life is better than
never going to be the same. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, your life is better.
Yeah, definitely. Even with that oppression, it's always going to be better. There's no way in this world you're going to get away from that. That's not to say that in a conceited way.
No.
Say it in a factual manner. Because I'm not blind, I'm not silly, I'm not stupid.
Right.
Like I've said in these forums, sadly, the reality is I can open doors that perhaps you couldn't for the wrong reason.
That's true.
For the wrong reason.
That's
true. The fact is, I can open different doors because of the colour of my skin.
And that's why you should never, ever change. Because if we take the approach that we should
to get through,
then we'll always look at you like you're an ally, and it's going to be on an individual level. What I'm talking about is on a national level. Like, what I want is our people to be so strong that if your people want to do business from us, you have to talk to our leader and talk in terms of GDP and per capita population, even within England. Not one white woman who has a pot of gold that's going to open the door. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's absolutely
right. Definitely.
So, do you have an organization that you...
So we run an organization called Birmingham Says No.
Okay.
Yeah, so by all means, I love reasoning with you because this for me is fascinating. People might think it's derogatory. I don't. I think it's real.
No, it's the truth. And I think once you accept the truth, you can help everybody else. The minute you start buying into the line, perpetuating the line, now you're disrespecting. You have to be able to. You won already. You have the greatest country of the Great Britain. You have $1 million army. You have a royal family that sits on billions. The people who helped build the country don't have nothing. And after you use us, you report us back. All the queen's jewels and crowns comes from slave money. Where's the talk for us? You're helping Israel for what? What about us? What about what you did to us? We can't have a community with everybody. You have to identify
like you as a leader yourself and working towards it.
Say that one more time.
I do like as a leader working towards that. You're a powerful man.
No, I'm not. I serve a powerful man. I serve a powerful man by the name of Commander YAHANNA, who serves another powerful man that's known as Jesus Christ, who was actually black in the Bible. That's right. And what he wants is turning of things upside down, setting things right and in order. Right now, you have white supremacy. I want total, unadulterated, red-blooded black supremacy. Black supremacy is the truth. That's what I want my children to grow up. They don't.
All right, I can clap it up, man. Can you all hear me? Yeah? You all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's a powerful video right there, man. Make sure you watch the fullness of it, man. You know what I mean? I.S.U.P.K UK, I.S.U.P.K United Kingdom on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. Make sure you watch that, man. You get me?
Damn
so
right.
Here on the end, we got, you know what I mean? I got Officer Dungle Bar, the Wolf. You get me? I got Rocket Allen. We gotta find Rocket Allen a title, you know. I ain't saying Dungle, but she can defend Wolf. We find something, man. Don't worry, man. It just comes naturally. We find something, man. For Rocket Allen, you get me? Rocket Allen, yeah. Live from Canada. You get me?
Yeah, how about some Shabaka Thumb?
How about some Shabaka Thumb?
I was just telling Rocket Allen not long ago. I said, you're part of the UK now. I was telling Rocket Allen is part of the UK now.
Damn right.
Listen, you're part on the ends. You're part of England now. So lucky. I'm
finna put in my transfer papers. Lucky.
Listen, man. We're waiting for you, man. You come on down, man.
Damn right. I'm gonna have to report to Captain Karathia now. But one thing I know is that listen, I have my French citizenship. I have my European papers already. I could for sure work in the UK. You
That's it,
understand?
man. Listen, as soon as you land out here, we'll pattern you, man. We'll pattern you, man. We'll make sure everything's in place.
Damn
But
right.
today, we should have a good show today, man. We got some good videos and all of those kind of things. Also, you can also ask your questions. You can type your questions in the chat. You can phone in with your questions. Today is also a good day. Why? Because I got 2 of my African slaves fighting tonight, man. It feels good to not have a black man in the fight, man. Imagine I'm the slave master just watching 2 Africans fight today, man. I got one of my Cameroon slaves from Cameroon. Where's my other slave from again? Where's AJ from?
Nigerian, I think, innit?
And my other Nigerian slave, man. By the way, they're not Israelites. Now, Anthony Joshua's mom's a Benjamite, right?
Let me do a background check on him. I can't remember.
I'm sure his mom's a Benjamite and his dad's Ham. Because really it goes by the name Anthony Joshua, but his surname is Aluwafemi or some nonsense like that. That he hides. He hides and tries to move like he's a black man.
Salakia. It says
Listen, we even got a reset.
his
So like I say that again.
His father is a bushmeat eater.
What's his mom?
His mom is a bushmeat eater too.
So how can people say that he's half Jamaican?
Listen, they're begging it, man. Who wouldn't want to be a Benjamite, man? They're begging it, man. In it, Brocky? Who wouldn't want to be a Benjamite like us?
Yeah,
I fall for it.
He's just like Burna Boy.
Come on, especially a French speaking one as well. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the best thing going, man. You know what I'm saying? But listen to this. Listen, who's for the video this week, yeah? Of the guy, the geezer in Brum here who got his hair locked or whatever and just ran out the shop, man.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I gotta play it for you now, man. So let me know your thoughts on it. So luck, yeah.
I didn't think you'd be there, but you did one. I got slogans though, and the slogans the game is out. Watch it. Our ball ships. If we lose your package, we.
Excuse me. Hey.
Good night. Listen.
Damn. Listen, I don't know what to say, man. So luck, yeah. Go on, Dunga, but start here. What's luck? Let me do something real quick.
Yeah, all I heard the sister say was, excuse me. But listen, man, he had no intentions of paying. Imagine, like you can tell, it was awkward. He's got his hair done. And then, have you ever been pretending to do something because you're waiting for, like she's pretending she's cleaning up because she's waiting for him to make the payment. He's pretending he's looking for the payment. He's got no intentions of paying. Have you ever done something when someone's meant to give you some money and you pretend you're doing something, waiting, thinking, are they going to give me some money? Or, you know, one of them was you start to clean up every stuff that don't even need cleaning. So this woman started cleaning stuff that don't need cleaning, man. And he's looking in his phone, pretending, all right, then, when she turns her back, I'm going to bolt out the door. This is the thing, man. If you can't afford someone's service, don't get your hair done, man.
Right.
Maybe you need to have your hair rough if you can't afford to get it done. Maybe go get yourself a woman so you can get your hair done for free, man. How about that?
I'm right.
How about listen? If I had hair and I couldn't afford getting a hairdo, guess what I would have? I'd have a woman, man. Guess who would be my hairdresser? A woman, man. Guess who would be my blow dryer and whatever else people do, hot comb and whatnot. A woman, man. Listen, man, go get, if you can't afford to get your hair done, go get you a woman and get your hair done for free, man. Imagine this woman's trying to make ends meet. She's not selling her body. She's not doing anything unlawful. And she said, you know what? Let me set up a hair salon because, you know, I got a talent. Even though some people are so disrespectful that in the video of his hairdo, people's like, I see why he ran off. Did you see the comments? You see the comments? People saying, I see why he ran off. Look at the hair, blah, blah. That's besides the point, man. You went to go get your hair done. And sometimes, even if someone did do your hair and you didn't like it, This is what you do. You pay for it and you just don't go back again, man.
Right.
That's what I would do. There's been tons of things I've had which is horrible, and you will never know because why? To keep the peace and to you use wisdom, you just pay for it and you don't go back again. But this man was wrong for running out the shop like that, man. He was wrong. According to the Bible, if you do that, this man owes what? Double. This man owes double. So now, in the Bible, the spirit behind owing double is so you don't do it. That's the spirit behind it, man. The Lord says, yo, if you take this, you pay double. Why? So you think, oh, I don't want to pay double. So the spirit behind it is don't do something which causes you to have to pay double. This man done bolted out the shop, so okay.
And it's mad because the Bible said what the kingdom of heaven is in you, man. You know what I mean? Black people say, yo, when we're gonna get our own thing, man, when we're gonna get our own thing lined up, when we're gonna have a black community, you know what I mean? It's the kingdom of heaven, for anyone that don't know, for anyone that ain't in the I.S.U.P.K, the kingdom of heaven is when blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians rule, man. When our face is on the money, when a black man's in 10 down the street, when a black man's in the White House, man. That's the kingdom of heaven. And a lot of our people also saying, when the kingdom of heaven gonna be, man, when are the police gonna start beating us up, man? And Jesus Christ said the kingdom of heaven is in you. Meaning the kingdom of heaven starts when you put down drugs, man. The kingdom of heaven was when you stop stealing, when you stop putting women on the streets, man. And a lot of our brothers say, see, you don't have no black businesses. Why? Because you got to change you first, man. We can't have black businesses if you're stealing from them. We black people can't have flourishing businesses if people like you are running out of the shop, man. We can't have flourishing black businesses if people like you are selling drugs to our children, man. The kingdom of heaven is in you, black man. It starts with you, man. You say, oh, when are people going to start being kind, man? When they love each other? When you start loving your brothers, man. And then guess what? Everyone's saying there's no black businesses. See, the Chinese man got black businesses. The white man, how come we can't come up, man? How come we can't do this, man? Because if you're doing this is the reason why we can't have black businesses, man. If you're saying, I'm not buying from the black man, it's too cheap, his prices are too high, man. You're the reason why we can't have black businesses, man. You're the reason. And that's why black man starts with yourself, man. Change yourself, man. You wouldn't run out of Tesco. You wouldn't run out of Asda, man. So why run out on your own, man? So lucky, you wouldn't run out of McDonald's, man. For some reason, thanks to Christianity, we don't respect each other, man. We respect white people and don't respect ourselves, man. We hate ourselves, man. That's why women like this, we believe that I got to pay for this service, man. Anyone else, we pay for their service, whether we like it or not, man. Nando's, anything, we pay for that service. But it's our own people. Christianity taught us to hate our people, man. That's why Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on stage, man.
Right.
There's one people that you don't have to love, that's your own. Christianity teaches you, listen, I don't have to trust these people, man. You didn't dare hit a white man. Why? Because you're scared of the consequences, man. You're scared of the police, but there's one man who you can terrorize thanks to Christianity, and that's your own, man. Thanks to that white image of Jesus, we look up to white people with so much prestige, and oh my God, they're God, man, and they're somebody, and if I hit them, I'll go to jail, get locked up. But my own people, I can hit them, I can abuse them, I can punish them. This brother would never run out of McDonald's, man, would never run out of KFC, man. Well, a woman does your hair, you're gonna run out. So lucky, man. We only do that. Why? Because we hate each other, man, and we know no consequences will come of it, man. So lucky, bro.
It's lucky, I don't want. I'm just say this with all fairness, right? Because of the footage that Dam Gabar sent me, I'm not surprised he ran out. He's a Hamite. You understand? Dam Gabar is asking me, is he actually guilty or not? Because he claims that he made an arrangement with his sister. Well, you know, they agreed to a price, and then he sent when he ran out, he sent her the money afterwards. I'm like, listen, this cat is guilty as charged. He's lying. He's guilty as charged. He didn't send her nothing. You understand? He's guilty. That's what it is. You know, we should not even trust these people in the first place. That's what happened. You know, listen. If I have a woman that has a hair business, I'll tell her straight up. Listen, all money is good money, but listen, you're gonna have to watch for these heathens. I was damn near segregate the business, you know, just to keep her safe. You know, and even let's say for argument's sake, it was a brother, right? Listen, all you could do, like the shorty that does my hair, listen, I'll tell someone, listen, I'm short on money. She's like, yeah, you know, so just pay me next time. Whatever the case is, this nigga just pretended. We could see this nigga was on social media scrolling until waiting for an opportunity to run out.
He had no social media, man. He was pretending to scroll this shit. He was
pretending to scroll on whatever the case, on whatever he was scrolling on, you know. At the end of the day, listen, that's what happens when you trust these heathens. That's you know, right. And they'll just rob you. That cat's guilty as charged. I think y'all need to look for him and make sure he pays his sister.
You know what? There's the next video where he says that he ran out because he didn't want to pay the late. Have you got that video as well?
Nah, you know, I
have the video, so like, yeah.
You got it.
So
yeah, he goes, he didn't want to pay the late fee. That's why he ran out.
So like, let me try to share my screen.
But listen, is a late fee fair or no?
Yeah, of course, man.
Of course.
Yo,
yeah, but you know niggas is late with everything. Not him, is a Hamite. I'm just talking about anyone.
Honestly, it depends. I'm gonna say it depends.
All right, you see, your kids go nursery and that, yeah, and you're late. Apparently, it's like £1 a minute every time they're late.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Imagine,
£1 a minute.
Yeah, listen, doctors don't get paid £1 a minute. So you're 10 minutes late, £10. Imagine, you're one of them care workers, whatever. Yeah, you watch someone's kids and you can't leave them. You just can't leave them by law. Parents will come every time they want, man. And imagine you got a taxi waiting outside, or you got your wife waiting outside, and you have to wait, man. 50 minutes past. Listen, someone got to pay, man. Fuck that. Listen, I want that money. 10 minutes late, I'm getting that £10. So someone got to pay still. Can't have me waiting. I remember the kids as well, so you can't just leave them. Can't say, fuck this. Listen, here's the key. When your mum comes, post it back. You can't do that. You have to wait. So people knowing that will be like, well, you can't leave my kid. And we'll take the piss, man. Come more hours at night. So listen, them late fees, listen, you need them, man. So luck, yeah.
So luck, I would say it depends. Listen, when I get my hair done, I let her know, hey, I might be like 5-10 minutes late. She's like, no sweat. All
right, cool. You be late, we'll cut into the next man's time, you get me? Imagine, you're what, 10:30, and next man's 11. Now the 11 o'clock man can't be seen because of you. So that means he's gonna get pissed off and say, you know what, forget it, man. I don't want this business no more. And you just mash up that man's whole business. So listen, man, you gotta pay some fee, man. I think so. Anyway, I'm down for it.
Yeah, I think so. Then at 11 o'clock, the man that whoever they make late, she better pay him a late fee. Then that's what she should do. She should
late though.
She should not buy late money off his bill. She's late getting to him. She's late getting to him.
He late though. Is that you come
at 11? She's late getting to him.
So here's the thing though.
He's late. So he deserves a late fee.
So like it. I agree with Dam Gabar because here's the thing though. Sometimes when I get my hair done, she tell me, yo, come at 3 o'clock. Listen, she don't start my hair until like 3:30 because who knows? The person before it took longer than expected. Do I deserve a late fee now?
Nah, listen,
why not?
You're not getting me, man. You come 11 o'clock, yeah.
We got him with the blocks.
You meant to be there 10 to. You're making me late now, so my next customer's gonna be vexed. So you have to pay. That's a luck, yeah. Or just cancel. I don't know, but you should pay. You can't.
Yeah, but if I pay,
you can't map the whole thing.
If I pay, the next customer's still gonna be late. You're still gonna get to the next customer late anyway.
Nah, fuck knows, man. But you should pay. You should pay.
So what does the next customer get then?
He might cancel. He might even cancel. He might say, you know what, I can't even do it no more. He might even cancel.
What about a cancellation fee?
So you gotta pay me. You gotta pay me for missing out on business. You get me? But, oh,
you know what? Everyone just be on time. To solve the problem, everyone be on time. But I can't lie. I realize if someone says to me, yeah, be here for 7:30, I find my house leaving the house at 7:27 or 7:25. So I think it's just the black man timing thing.
Yeah, so my dad was.
Black man timing exists. You have to have mercy on your brothers, man.
Damn right.
You're gonna have a late fee.
I used to call my dad like, where are you? I'm like, yeah, I'll soon come, man. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I'll wait a bit. I'm waiting a bit. Hold on, half an hour passed. I'll come again. Listen, I'll soon come. I'm thinking, hold on, you soon come half an hour ago? Did he even lie? Listen, I'm literally round the corner. Listen, man, he's notorious, man. It was always awful, man. So luck, yeah. And so, if I may real quickly as well, and this is proof that a woman also needs a man.
Damn right.
Every woman talking about, I don't need no man. Listen, this man didn't even have to run. He could have just literally walked out, and he couldn't do shit about it, man. He couldn't do nothing about it, man. Talk with that, I don't need a man talk, blah, blah, blah. You was alone in the shop by yourself, pushing a broom. Had it been any bigger, he could have walked out, man. Show that you can't do nothing. You need a man. Else, let me tell you something. I bet you after this event here, she's going to go get security or go get a man in the shop, man. Show that you need a man. You can be smart all you want and, witty all you want, but overall, sometimes you just need some muscle, man. And this is what that sister didn't have. In fact, she's lucky that he ran off a stone. It could have been worse, man. It was her and him alone in the shop. She could have been assaulted. What if when he went to run out, she tried to stop him and he thumped her up, man? Or got aggressive, man? Them two are alone in the shop. You could have tried it. I could have raped her. Anything could happen. Listen, man, sister, get security, man, or get a man in your shop, man. It's lucky, okay.
Listen, man.
I'll the
If
video.
Marvin's got a business and you run out the door like that, listen, I'm gonna be looking for you, man. You're gonna wish you paid the money. You see though, you see that hair that she done. Them braids is coming back to the shop in my hand, man. The hair's coming back to the shop in my hand, man. I'm gonna say we ain't got the money, but we got his braids. This is a luckhead. I'm gonna say we ain't got the money, but we got his braids. You're gonna regret running off, man. Listen, be careful who you run off on. And it's true what you're saying. The only thing the sister could say was "excuse me." Could you hear her say "excuse me"? Listen,
excuse me.
If that was me, I would have listen. And this is why certain shops have that thing where the door locks from inside. You know that thing where the door locks from inside.
Right.
But being a sister alone in a shop with a man, you kind of don't want to do that. Like, you want to work in a salon where there's other people. I understand business might be slow and you might be the only one in there, but it's not really safe for a sister to be braiding a stranger's hair in a locked salon. It's not really... I don't think it's safe. Especially if it's someone you don't know. Safety comes first, man. Have, at least, let somebody know your whereabouts. Let somebody know you're braiding someone's hair. Phone your boyfriend while doing someone's hair. Say, oh yeah, I'm okay. And let your boyfriend say, yeah, I'm 1 minute away. Let your boyfriend even pretend it's coming. So this man here, there's a man in your life, because this man decides to stand up there and run out, man. He wouldn't do this if it was a black man. And then, even when you hear his voice, it sounds so feminine. Did you hear his voice? How feminine it sounded?
Let me run it. I can run it now if you want.
Yeah, let's run it.
And I'm guessing you've all seen the video. That's when Baron should talk about me running away from a SHALAM without paying. But firstly, I just want to say that I did pay. I paid £20 the day before. We agreed upon £30, and at the end of the appointment, when I was told to pay an extra late fee, I was not happy with, so I ran out. And on my way out, I sent 1p instead of sending £10, which was my fault. I did not know until I got home and saw the viral video. I just want to apologize to my friends and family who have seen the video. Thank you. Hello, my name.
The comments are right, man. The head looks shit for real, but fuck yeah. So lucky. I'm not saying he should have ran out. He should have paid, but god damn, this is shit, man. Woo.
Is it worth the 30?
Well, I can see it.
Plus the late fee.
I'm not listening. I'm not saying he should have ran out of the money, but I understand. Shit, you probably looked in the mirror. I was like, oh no, you know. But yeah, listen, you should pay for the thing, man. So luck, yeah.
Oh, does it look that bad? I don't really know how it's supposed to look. Does it look?
Nah, I wouldn't. Shit, I wouldn't pay for that anyway. But luckily for me, anyway, I got I got a beautiful rib that can do my free. But I wouldn't part my money still. But listen, the fact is, yeah, pay your way, man. Teeth.
Damn right.
Everyone's being mean in the everyone's being mean in the comments.
Everyone goes, the twist.
Everyone's being mean. Mean in the comments.
Worst case, everyone goes, what is it? Like, art don't look good.
It don't.
And like the hair game is fucked. Oh, you know what I mean, man. You know cold, man. But the fact of the matter is pay your way, man. That's the fact. Pay your way, man.
Damn right.
Don't be cheating people. And all this in the Bible too, man. You heard about the scripture where it goes, pay a man a fair wage. A man works for you. You have to pay him a fair wage, man. You know what I mean? The Bible goes, pay a man on the appointed time that you say you're gonna pay him. Don't cheat a man. You should not be unjust in weight of measure or stuff like that. If you say you're gonna pay a man a thing, man.
It's a lucky other one.
Go on.
Considering that messed up hairstyle, what would have been a fair wage?
Shit. Listen, man. Listen, you're not trying to mess me up, man. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. You're trying to get me demoted, saying how I'm out there, you don't pay. That ain't gonna happen, man. Just pay your way for life. So luck. Move on to the next one, man. Move on to the next one. So luck, yeah.
Yo, from birth,
I feel like
what
you've
do you
had to
mean?
experience racism twice.
Brother, that's in one of my stand-up jokes. That's one of my stand-up jokes. Like, people want to talk about racism. I've experienced racism from white and black people. And when I tell black people that are black people, but they're like, how? How can black people? I'm like, look at me. How long did it take for you to get used to me? How many questions did you have? How many underhanded jokes did you have? You know, like that. How many backhanded things did you say to your brethren?
Triggered. Yeah, joking.
Like, yeah, bro. Yo, fam, it's the same. It's racism. You know what I'm saying? And only I would know that because I only look how I look. But I just don't.
I don't white.
But it's not that I accept it and let it go. It's just a thing of I have to let it flow in terms of because I'm nothing you've seen. Yeah, it's like an alien.
It's not that bad, mate.
I know what I'm saying,
but I'm saying it's not that.
But you're treating it like that. You're treating it like that.
So hold on, this brother's what? What's the brother name, dog? About Ginger, something like that.
Ginger J.
Brother name Ginger J, and he claims that he's been through racism twice because he goes through racism with black people and with white people. You get me? I don't know about this one because I've been with racism with black people too. You know something? We as black people we criticize each other sometimes. So lucky, and this goes to show. He said that he goes through racism with black people and white people. So while we're arguing, saying, yo, you're too white, man, you're too light-skinned, you're too red, ginger, the white man still don't consider him black. If you got to go for racism with us, like, so, for instance, if we don't accept you because we think you're white, then you think, well, the white man accepts him then. Even the white man don't. So if you're a black man out there and you're light-skinned or you got straight features, listen, man, you be fooling yourself, man. There's Cubans out there who are very pale skin, and the white man don't accept them either. Still oppress them in Cuba, man.
Right.
This brother goes, he went through hard times with black people and white people. Listen, man, I don't know what to say. Listen, I'm dark skinned and shit. But I had my fair time. I've had some comments from black people myself, man. I've been called, you're black this and you're black that, man. I don't know what to say. It's a thing like this. It's a what would you call it? It's a civil thing amongst black people, man. Sometimes we diss each other's complexion. It's one of them ones, but it's not hatred. I wouldn't call it racism, man. What he's talking about is being around black people, and you're the darkest one, and a man might say, "Yo, man, you're kind of dark, or shut up, man, you black bastard," or something like that between amongst us. But we still live in the ghetto together. We still love each other. He's on about little comments. Racism is not getting a job because you're light skinned. Racism is police dogs being set on you because you're light skinned. Right. Racism is you can't come to the school because you're light skinned. He said he experienced racism from black people and white people. You have not experienced racism by black people. You've experienced racism only by white people, man. What you're talking about is a bit of, it's a bit of a brother's thinking, you're different from the rest of us. Might even be an insult, might not be nice, but it is not racism, man. At all, man. Racism, black people can't be racist, man. We can't be racist. We don't own no jobs to not give you a job. Racism, racism is when we refuse you a job, man. What you're going through, what the sister said, it's a bit of colorism, man. And some people are ignorant, some black people are ignorant, and they don't know that black people come in all shades. This brother ain't mixed, by the way. He's not mixed at all. And also, white people go through it too, man. Do you know ginger white people get laughed at by regular white people? Do you know white people with a Scottish accent get done by a man with a British accent? It happens amongst all races, man. Pakistanis laugh at dark-skinned Pakistanis. It happens amongst all of that. It's not racism, man. It's not nice. It may hurt your feelings, but that's not racism, man. We all together, man. I guarantee you using the Mark Duggan rights along with us, man. Please pull you over the same way they pull us over. That ain't racism. A bit of, what's the word? Insulting, and we might laugh at you, call you ginger this and ginger spice, whatever the case may be. But that ain't racism, man. But the police YouTube is racism. You know what I mean? Stop and frisking you because you're black. Not because you're ginger, not because you're light skinned, because you're one of us, man. That's racism. That's what you need to be focused on. It's not a thing like got racism from both sides. You never experience racism by both sides, man. Only by white people, man. I guarantee. With that, I yield.
Yeah, well, I think when he says racism, I think he just means that niggas is clowning him because he's ginger. That's all it is. Like, remember, if everybody else has got black hair and you got ginger hair, people's gonna ask. So I wouldn't say it's racism. Like, he's making out like he can't roll with these like because I'm ginger. Nah, it don't work like that. While it is, black people clown black people about everything. Now, if tall people clown short people call tall people lanky and all of those kind of things. So it's nothing to do with racism. It's just to do with, obviously, all these people have black hair and you have ginger hair. So all their jokes is gonna be ginger jokes. It's like growing up, people made jokes out of everything, man. And it had nothing to do with racism. Because at the end of the day, we know that you're still a nigger, man. We know that you're still the same as us. All you got is ginger hair, that's it.
We even make jokes about French-speaking Benjamites, man. That's how it is.
Exactly. Remember, Rocky Allah told me there was restas, there's French restas. I was. It took me 4 days to understand. You see, like how he said, "I'm nothing like you've seen." That's nothing like I've heard. When I heard, remember Rocky Allah broke it down to me that there's French restas. I was like, damn. It took me 4 days to understand it. I'm still coming to terms with it. I didn't think they extended past damn Jamaica, Slovakia. I thought they didn't make it out of St. Thomas. I thought it was only found in St. Thomas, and that's it. So yeah, what this brother means here is they're clowning him because he's ginger, whereas he goes that I think he said him and 2 of his other brothers are ginger. But the thing is, he's still a brother, man. We know he's still a brother. They know he's still a brother. He's just ginger. I don't know why. I don't know how, but he's just ginger, man. And there's nothing wrong with it. The ginger, it suits him, man. It suits him, man.
Yeah. But Spray's right, though. Don't you think he's kind of pushing it? Spray's like, it's not that bad. This is come on. So acting like you're albino or something, or something.
Right.
Calm down. Ain't the worst case. We've seen ginger niggas before.
Salaki out of one. This nigga really, he weak. He got a weak spirit. He can't take a joke. You know, he probably got bullied. You know, that's it. That nigga really weak. That's it. You understand? Whether you're light skinned, I'll make fun of a brown skinned nigga right now. It don't matter. Again, especially in high school, we crack jokes about anything. You understand? It really don't matter. So I'll crack jokes at any nigga with crooked teeth and shit like that. Well, I'm racist now. Nah, this nigga's soft. This nigga's soft. That's it. This is us.
Like, well, it could. The thing is, listen, man, your hair's ginger. It's not bad. You got niggas like Cisco that dyed his. What color did Cisco dye his again?
Silver. This nigga look like a sun.
Golden.
This is what I'm saying. See, I'll clown Cisco, and Cisco's still a nigga, man. I'll clown the shit out of him. Cisco dyed his hair silver, man. And I'll clown him for it, man. It's nothing to do with racism. It's just weird, but obviously this brother was born with ginger hair. Obviously, he's probably had it his whole life. So you see what it is? Sometimes people can joke, and then when people keep doing the same joke over time, it starts to piss you off.
Right.
I think that's where he's at with it. He's like, yo, because under thing he said he's 33 years old. So he's been receiving ginger jokes from the age of a kid, because nobody can't understand why he's black with ginger hair.
Salaki out of one. The thing is that it's never gonna stop. We be cracking jokes at this nigga even while he's in the casket. Listen, that's just us, really. Again, some brothers could be ignorant, right? Or you're not black enough, this and that. A lot of brothers will just listen. We'll roast you for anything. We'll just crack a joke for anything. You know. That's really what it is. If you can't take a joke, Lord be with you. Listen, Benjamite will give you nicknames. Just listen. Fucking the man on the block, we call him Fat Larry. Why? Because the man's fat. That's it. The I.S.U.P.K. Listen, I.S.U.P.K. call you Flaquito, meaning you're skinny. Why? Because you're skinny. They'll give you nicknames that for weak brothers or sisters, listen, it's gonna hurt their soul to be like, you know what, that's racist. Nigga, Canelo, the boxer, his name it means cinnamon because he's a gingerhead. That's not racism. You know, you've never been discriminated against because you're a ginger. From white people, of course, yeah, that's racism. You know, but from brothers. You're just weak. That's it. You're just weak. That's it.
It boils down to this, man. This brother Ginger is still a brother, man.
That's right.
When the Bible goes, what? My heritage is a speckled bird. Meaning what? Israel comes in all shades of brown, man. Brother, I don't care if you're ginger, man. You're still my brother, man. That's the fact of the matter. We're coming just like how you got crisps, man. You got different flavors, but they're all crisp, man. And likewise, we're black. And we come in all different flavors, man. We got ginger brothers, light skin brothers, we're all one, man. You get me? And fair enough, the brother might look a bit different, so brothers might look at him weird, but let me tell you something, that isn't racism, man. What you're going for ain't racism. And let me tell you something, I can guarantee he was accepted in the black community. Because black people, we accept anybody, man, no matter what shade you like. And no more loving than black people, man. We even accept people are heathens, man. We even accept Asians in our crew and everything. Guarantee, listen, you go to a white neighborhood, being pale and ginger, listen, you won't fit in, man. Trust me. They'll let you know that you're not one of us, man. What you experience ain't racism. Police killing Mark Duggan, that's racism, man. Right. The soft laws in England, that's racism, man. Police kicking off your door, talking about we smell weed, that's racism, man. Not giving you a job because you're black, that's racism. The Windrush generation being deported, that's racism. What you're going through with black people, it's not right, but it's nowhere near racism, man. A bit of name calling, the Bible goes, it's terrible, man. The Bible goes, you shouldn't, roast a brother, man. That's in the Bible. Talking about, what's the scripture down about the roasting, about a sport?
I think it's in Proverbs somewhere. Something, is it not a sport? Someone does something and says, is it not sport? Something like that.
Man.
I can't remember it.
If someone does something to you, they got throw daggers at you and say, "Is this not a sport?" I mean, someone would dish you and make it like, "Yo, I'm just playing." The Bible's against that, man, and it's wrong to diss a brother because how he looks, man. You know what I mean? So it's rough, but brother, just know that what you went through is not racism, man.
Right?
You get me? You're one of us, nonetheless, man. And if you think what we're putting you through is racism, listen, man. The Metropolitan Police, man, you better ask Mark Duggan about racism. Mark Duggan was what you call mixed race, man. And they didn't listen. In the black community, if you're mixed, you're black. In the white community, you're mixed. You're still not one of them. And you're not like Mark Duggan, man. That's racism. Damn, the white man don't like if you got a shade of black in you, man. You're a ginger, man. And the black man, the white man is still telling you not one of his. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, man. What you going through ain't racism. Anything else anyone want to bring out?
Did you watch his whole episode on there?
Nah, I saw the clip. What's saying?
He's kind of smart still. For a brother in the world, he's kind of smart. Like he will let you know, like obviously certain it's basically certain things that he does is for a brother in the world is somewhat speaks sense.
What
he was saying what religion? He's a Rastafarian as well.
He was a Rastafarian in 2024.
Yeah, Come on, he was a Rastafarian. He goes that he went to jail. He goes, he tried Islam and he realized, nah. He goes that everyone was just converting because everyone else is Muslim. Well, is a man with somewhat of his own mind.
Younger boy is high, man. He must get high. That's all, man.
Probably.
Get high, man. Get me.
He's a proper mama's boy as well, though. That's the one that hates his dad. So yeah, hates his dad with a passion, man. He's like, my dad's got 36 kids and he don't look after none of us. And it was bitter though. He's mad at his dad. Like, he's super mad at his dad. like if he sees his dad, it's like it's on if he sees him. Even these that was like, yeah, man, big up your dad, man. You here now? He's like, nah, don't big him up. Don't big him up. So yeah, he hates his dad, man. Well, his dad brother needs to come and get a flag. I was saying some evil things about his dad. He was saying, he was saying, what was he saying now? He was saying, yeah, man, my dad's gonna die next year. I thought his dad had an illness or something. And I was thinking, well, why is he gonna die next year? He goes, yeah, man, he served his purpose. He doesn't need to do nothing else.
Damn.
I was like, damn. So yeah, these are like, yo, you can't say that. And he's like, yeah, he ain't done nothing. He ain't putting money in my pocket. He ain't done this, he ain't done that. So the brother's very, very emotional. It's very, very, very emotional.
Salakia. His dad probably made fun of his ginger hair too. That's really what it is. On that note, roasting each other is, again, we should not do that. You should not make fun of French Benjamites. You understand?
That's right.
Not make fun of.
See, I could have sat with him around. You get me? Sometimes we all fall short. Sometimes.
Listen, I'm offended. I'm gonna call. Listen, we're going to council later. What are you talking about?
And that's the thing too, man. A lot of brothers you hit their dad, yeah, and this is the problem. They don't know the full story, man.
Right.
For all they know, yeah, his mom could have been, female dog, man. So much to the point that like some women are so bad. The man that will say, you know what, I hate the woman, but I'm gonna go see the kids. Some women are so terrible. Man's like, yo, I can't have nothing to do with it. I can't even. Me just going up there on a Saturday and picking them up. Nah, man, I can't do it, man. I just can't do it. So he's growing up now, hearing his mom's side of the story. And what does he think? Yeah, my dad ain't shit, man. He ain't this, that. Obviously, is a woman gonna say, "Oh, your dad left because I'm a whore"? Shalom, so
what's going on, Akim? I hear y'all roasting the gingers on them. What's up with that? How that happen?
Nah, man. One brother's getting roasted for being ginger, so he's saying that he's experienced racism from blacks and whites. So I'm saying white experience from black people might be a little roasting, but racism is when you get deported.
Is he a brother for sure?
Full black, sir. Is from 2 islands. What islands? I think Trinidad and Grenada, I believe.
Okay. Listen, we have to do research, These heathens infiltrating just to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, you might find out you defending, Mr. Chin. Yeah, I mean, you might find out you defending Mr. Anderson from Shutters.
Salakia. I experience racism from Damgabar all the time.
Listen, everybody experiences racism from Damgabar. Yes, he just now there with Captain Craft, he called for the scripture. Damgabar say it's in Proverbs somewhere. Damgabar, because Damgabar know he'll roast everybody up.
You're guilty as charged.
But for sure, what you was saying was right. You know what I mean? Like that's our culture is to joke. Sometimes the joke can be too much. So that scripture Captain Gracia pulled was perfect because that's probably what it is. It's just the joke is just too much. You know what I mean? The brother probably feel like that ginger here is like the Mark of Cain damn near. Like he not ordinary. You know what I mean? So he feeling a type of way about it. You know what I mean?
Khan.
So yeah, man. What we dealing with? You're
I think Costa was saying
you're talking about me, huh?
I think the brother also was saying back to the part when you're saying that his mom ain't told him the full story, and when you watch it, once you listen to the words, you'll understand it was like it was like his dad was beating up his mom, and then it was like, yo, your dad was beating up your mom, and then he flipped it. It goes, yo, don't look at it like that. My mom weren't just taking beatings; she was fighting too, which shows that maybe the mom started some of the fights. But obviously, like what most obviously women that claim to get abused do, they often start the fight and then obviously they end up, going to the police first or whatever. So obviously he goes, his mom and dad was always fighting. It don't sound like it was one-sided. It sounded like they was both fighting each other. But obviously being young, you always take your mom's side. So when you're young, your dad could be in the right. But obviously you won't see it until you get older. The only time you realize, all right, then, why your dad behaves certain ways is once you have your own children. So once you have your own children, you realize, you know what? This situation that I'm in, my dad was in this situation about 20 years ago.
Right.
And then obviously that's when you can kind of start to relate to your dad. Like, yo, dad, child support such and such. Because growing up, you'll be like, yo, my mom put my dad on child support because he weren't supporting us. He weren't paying no money. He weren't doing this. And then when you get older, guess what happens? You end up on child support. And then the same man that you was mad at, guess what? Your kids are going to be mad at you just how you was mad at your dad. And then you realize later on in life, maybe my dad wasn't all that bad. So this is why never ever just listen to one side. Because usually, maybe I'm wrong, but based off of older people's relationships, what I've seen two parents separate, and I've seen the mom is never settled down in a stable relationship after that. But you always mainly see that the dad finds someone and is always settled. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Usually,
I've seen it. Can't lie.
Usually, the dad will be in some long-term relationship after that. And guess what happens with the woman? She will, introduce the child to 3 men, 4 men, 5 men. And the dad only introduce you to that, woman he's got. Which shows that if your dad can stay with that woman that's not your mum for all these years, and your mum's bouncing around from men, she just might be the problem. Meaning she can't be with nobody, because that's why she's bouncing around. So sometimes you have to look at yourself and say, if there's trouble everywhere I go, maybe I'm the problem. But obviously nobody likes to identify that they're the problem. So lucky are you.
Damgaba just saw the whole show. Damn. God damn, Damgaba. They shit. I see why Dr. Phil and them just have commercials after a segment like that. Yeah, let's go for a break. Is this the same person we talking about with the ginger?
Khan.
So what was the situation
with his father?
Yeah. I didn't hear the whole story. I just heard the part where you was talking about the ginger and them making fun of him.
His situation with his father is his father's got 36 kids. His father don't take care of them. His father was beating his mom. They moved from different cities to get away from the father. Which sounds like to me, if the father didn't want to take care of his kids, you wouldn't have to move city because he ain't trying to see you anyway. So you moving city sounds like to me that your dad wanted to be in your life, but your mom was bitter and didn't let him. Probably because he had 36 kids. Maybe I'm wrong. That's the puzzle that I'm getting.
It might be. It might be. It might be. It might be. You know what I mean? Okay. So what was the part with the racism? Like how that coming? The parents was teasing him or something?
No, it's a whole different topic. It just talked about, you know, being ginger and looking different from everybody else, and it's touched on how it was rough for him because he got racism from his own, and then black people and white people also. That's what he touched on. He's making out like he looks super different. I was like, come on, I've seen niggas your complexion before. It ain't the end of the world, but you know, it's one of them ones. Did you see the interview with Piers Morgan the other day and Ja Rule?
Nah, what's happening now?
Ja Rule said he beat him 50 Cent.
Listen, man. Listen, for anyone that don't know, Ja Rule and 50 Cent are enemies, man, from years back. Their beef here predates the record business from the streets. Now, you know when you hate him, you don't like someone from years back, but you coexist. He don't bother you. I don't bother, I don't bother him. We coexist. That's where they're at right now in life. You know what I mean? And Piers Morgan come on the show now, yeah? 1 second. Piers Morgan on the show now. I'm trying to start some issues, man. Slacky Duggar Boss. 1 second. Let me answer this call real quick. 1 second, Slacky.
No, sir. Sorry, but you know what? Speaking of that, have you seen the Jake Paul? They're gonna have Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Good night.
Now that's racist.
That's racist.
That's racist, man. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is extremely racist. Imagine they're gonna make Mike Tyson a 57-year-old man, old man, fight Jake Paul, who's 27, when they know that brain damage and all of these things is high in that sport, and the older you get, it's easier to get brain injuries and whatnot. And they're really going to sanction Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. That's racist, man. Imagine all the black sportsmen would never fight Mike Tyson. Why? Because they have some integrity. All Jake Paul saying, "Oh, I respect Mike Tyson." If you respect him, you wouldn't fight him because of his age, man. You would say, "I'm not going to fight Mike Tyson." Why? Because of his age. Now, Jake Paul wants to fight Mike Tyson, man. Like who in their right mind would want to fight a man who's 57, man?
Right.
Who in their right mind would want to fight a man who's 57? Which is racist. Why ain't Jake Paul fighting old white men? Why don't Jake Paul do that, man? But he wants to fight Mike Tyson. That's racism, man. And I don't understand how people can't see it. So, Lucky, go ahead.
No, so I didn't want to cut you off. Out of all the actual boxers that Jake Paul's going to fight, he chose to fight the 57-year-old man. Why not fight a 30-year-old boxer? Why not fight Canelo? Why not fight, anyone else but Mike Tyson? Don't get me wrong. Like, it's not like Mike Tyson weak, but he had to pick, a boxer past his prime to show off. Like, you know what? I'm up for the challenge, whatever the case is. You understand? Why don't he fight Canelo?
Exactly. So, Lucky, if I could, like, him wanting to fight Mike Tyson when Mike Tyson's like 57 years old, man. Like, he would never fight an old white man like that. Why? Because he respects white people.
Right.
Well, he just sees Mike Tyson as, he's a black man. I just want him on my record. If he respected him, he would do what every other black boxer does and refuses to fight him because of his age. That's like me fighting, give me a white man. That's like me fighting, all right, I want to fight Stephen Hawkins then. I need someone to let me fight Stephen Hawkins and see what people would think. People's going to be like, are you crazy? Why are you going to fight him? People are supposed to be saying this about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. No one should support it, man. Mike Tyson is 57 years old. Why don't he fight someone like David Haye, who's like recently retired? Instead, he fights a man who's been retired for like what? I'm sure Mike Tyson was retired from before he was born, right? Or around that time. Because Mike Tyson's 30 years older than him. And this is racism, man. They're really going to allow him to fight an old black man. And this is typical of these Edomites, man. Even when Moses was coming out of the wilderness, what did Esau do? Attack the brothers that was feeble, the old ones that was at the back. It's just in their spirit to do that. They don't want to fight nobody strong and in their prime. It's lucky, you.
Okay. Mike hasn't been retired since what, 2005.
20 years, man. That's a long time.
Right. Yeah, that just shows like the so-called respect he has for Mike Tyson. He has no respect for Mike Tyson or for the black people in general.
Mm.
Really, that's really what it is. Yes, that he could have chose anybody. What's the cat's name again? The Gypsy King. Why don't you fight Tyson Fury? That's his name, Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. Instead, just go do that instead. You know, because really, what he wants to do, besides showing that he beat up a black man on his record, right? He really, besides that, what he wants to do is just, how could I put it? Now, I'm not even sure how to say it correctly, right? But yeah, Salaki, I lost my train of thought. But really, what he wants to do. Yeah, Salaki, I just lost it.
We're not gonna roast you.
Ah, good night. Listen, Captain Mashak comes back on. We all going to council right now. What are you talking about? Roast me? Listen, I wouldn't want to roast you, Otto, when you're dark enough.
Oh. He's been waiting to drop that one on you. He's been waiting.
A good line. But anyway, let's get into waiting.
Yeah. Who would win if you had a fight?
That's happened already too, Pierce. So
really?
You got to do your research, man.
Well, I did a bit of research. I knew that various members of your gangs had traded, but you've actually had a physical fight with him, have you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who won?
Absolutely. Yeah. I did, Pierce. Come on.
Really?
Man. All right, I'm done, Pierce. Are you asking all these crazy questions, man? Like, you want the fluff and flatter. I don't do that.
You know what, Jorrel? I've always wanted to interview you.
Laid back individual.
I've always wanted to interview you.
You're in the internet foolery.
You're in the news.
I'm just letting you know.
Look, you're in the news here for the reasons we've discussed. I think I've given you a very fair chance there. And some probably quite good advice. I'm just curious. I want to just touch on a few other things. And that rivalry, obviously, him tweeting what he did, is just another example of this rivalry that never goes away. And I'm curious, knowing him.
It's a one-sided thing. It's a one-sided thing, Pierce.
Yeah.
It's a one-sided thing, Pierce. You never see me say anything about him. I just mind my business, do my business, and you know that because you see me at my place of business.
You did call him a pussy last week and told him to shut up.
And that's facts. And so I don't need to speak about facts. What's understood don't need to be explained, Pierce.
Look at that, man. These are the press, the devil, man.
Damn right.
These men, just trying to add fuel to the fire, trying to fuel it up. And you hear the part where it goes, I know the incident back in the day with members of your gang. Why when a black man got why when a black man got a group of friends, why it got to be a gang, man? But why couldn't it be his entourage? Was his entourage? Why it got to be a gang? And this is something that happened ages ago. Listen, Jarrell's a musician, man. Speak to him about the music, man. Ask him how he came into the music game, man. Ask him how the first time he wanted to rap. Ask those questions. All you're excited is what? The fighting, man. And that's always been the way white people love to see black people fight, man.
You're right.
That's why the boxing entertainment fuels so much money. Everybody wants to see these two black niggas fight. It's like you got a big dog, and another man got a big dog. What's the first thing you say? Yo, who you think will win out of my dog or your dog, man? You know what I mean? You got a good rapper, you got another good rapper, and white people want to see both of them go at it, man. That's what it always be. Want to see us perform and fight. You say excited it was. So who would win the fight? Who would this? Who would that? They just love seeing black people fight, man. Listen, that was so disgusting. It was even unprofessional, man. How it was actually even unprofessional. What TV host, what interviewer, what journalist asked who will win out of a fight? I've never heard that in all my days, man. In all my life. These men are not boxers, man. You ask boxers who will win. You ask MMA fighters who will win. You don't ask two rappers who will win in a fight, man. That was unprofessional, man. And that's because why? He's the devil the Bible speaks of, man. They love seeing black people fight, man. They love it, man. The devil's like this is the reason why Mike Tyson got paid so much, man. The reason why Lennox Lewis get paid so much. They love to see black people fight, man. Let me get a scripture. Can someone get me Psalms 137 and 3, man?
Kind of
Psalms 137 and 3. These devils love black people fighting. Just love it, man. The man ain't a boxer. Let's just go true as a rapper, ain't a boxer. Why? He didn't say who would win. Who's a better rapper? That would be the best thing. If two dancers hate each other, the best option would be, you know what I mean? Who will win out of a dancing match or a dance off? This man saying he will win it in a fight in a box off, man. He will win in a fight, man. Because that's all you see. You see black people as animals, and all we can do is fight, man. Listen, if you had Pepsi on the show, you didn't say, "Yo, Pepsi, would you beat Coca-Cola in a fight?" You would have said it to him, man. And they've been competitors since the 70s, man. You would have Nike on the show and say, "Yo, Nike, who win out of you, man? You or Adidas in a fight, man." You didn't say that, man. But two black people, they must be violent. They're clearly violent. They're clearly gang members, and all they can do is fight, man. That is racism right there, man. Everyone didn't even see it, man. Everyone didn't even see it, man. Read that, please, Baba Kushar.
Karawakan, this is Psalms chapter 137, verse 3. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song.
There you go, and they that carried us away captive required of us a song, man. The white man who carried us away captive required of us a song. What us to sing for him? They want us to be his entertainment. They want us to box for him and rap for him and moonwalk for him and sing and dance, man. You come on the show for an interview saying who win out of a fight, man. Who would this? Who would that? Would you beat him up? I heard you call him a tweet back and insult him. He wants you to entertain him and make his day, man. We're not doing that, man. We're not doing. Let him fight himself, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Let him fight, man. We gotta start fighting. So lucky, man. They want to chime in.
And with that, like he's asking Ja Rule who would win out of a fight, which is crazy, man. Why don't Piers Morgan ask the Jewish man who would win out of him or Hamas, man? They're actually fighting.
Right.
Why don't you ask them to, so who's going to win out of using? Why don't you be insensitive and ask them about, like while it's people are insensitive when it comes to black people, imagine 50 Cent and Ja Rule, they've had beef from what, 2000 something?
The beef goes back prior to music. They hate each other from the streets, got nothing to do with music.
Yeah, so whatever it goes back to. So now, this man's bringing up something old. Like Piers Morgan acts like he's so civil and he keeps the laws of the land, and then now you're inciting these brothers to fight because you know what's gonna happen. Ja Rule's gonna say he's gonna beat up 50 Cent. Well, he beat him up. What do you think 50 Cent's gonna do now? He's gonna respond now. Why? Because Piers Morgan, the media done the same thing with Biggie and Tupac, man. Done the same thing, and those brothers lost their lives. And guess what happened when they died? These record labels hid in the background and said, "This rap's becoming too violent. We don't want no part in it."
That's right.
So they started to blackball Death Row, not realizing you're the ones that built Death Row, made them go at the East Coast like that. Why?
Right.
Because of the media. And then once people start to die, guess what you do? Once people start to die, you hide yourself behind the curtain. Meanwhile, you're the puppet master. You've got everyone on a string, and you're pulling the string, man. So now, guess what 50 Cent's going to do? He's going to respond. Whereas Ja Rule should have just said, Piers Morgan, I'm not here for this, man. How about you try and get me entry into the UK? That's what he should have said. He should have said, Piers Morgan, speaking of fighting, why don't you fight to get me into the UK so I can do the concert for all the sisters that like them songs.
That's right.
Always on time. So we don't have to pay a late fee. So lucky. Maybe if it was always on time, we won't have to pay a late fee. What other songs has Ja Rule got? Is it Rain on Me? Come on, I know some of you are Ja Rule fans.
Oh, Ja Rule's hot. Ja Rule slaps, man. I'm not gonna like that, man.
What other tunes has he got? He's got Rain on Me. He's
Where
got
Would I Be Without You?
That one.
Bag of tunes, man. Come on, man.
What's the tune he's got with? Has he got a tune with R. Kelly?
Yeah. I can't remember it's called though, but I know the tune, man. Come on, Doggo Bar, man. You know, I know you know the tunes.
He's got Rain on Me. He's got. You know what? I seen the thing the other day, and it was showing Ja Rule songs, and I said, you know what? Ja Rule actually had some good songs. You know where he went wrong? He went wrong trying to be a gangster. If he stayed doing the R&B shit, it would have been someone. But he messed up once he started to make tunes like Clapback and trying to be a gangster. The thing is this, I can't lie, Ja Rule in the R&B lane, not a lot of people's messing about with him, man. If you want your soft rapper / R&B, if you want your LL Cool J's and whatnot, well, it is where Ja Rule went wrong. He was trying to be Tupac a bit. That's where he went wrong. Obviously, you're beefing with a gangster rapper. and you're a singer. So people's gonna look at you like, Ja Rule, this ain't your style. Once you start talking all that gangster stuff, what he should have done is just let it blow over and not responded and kept on doing them singing songs. And Ja Rule would have been still popping today. But trying to be something that you're not is most people's downfall, man. If you're the singing type nigga, just stay the singing type nigga, man. Don't try and be a gangster because remember, Ja Rule's fan base was women, you know. Ja Rule's fan base was women. So your woman would be playing the Ja Rule in the car and you're in the passenger seat like, this sounds all right. So your rib will be listening to it. That's how men start listening to it because your rib plays it and you're like, yo, this sounds all right. I don't think there's a man that says put on the Ja Rule, or is they? I don't think there is. I don't think there's a man that says put on that Ja Rule. Now your rib listens to it and then you just be like, yo, this song's kind of catchy.
That's racist.
But now, once Ja Rule tried to be a gangster, women's going to turn the radio off because they don't want to hear that. Women want to hear that Rain on Me, where Ja Rule, the video is in the rain, right? Is that no way is in the rain? That's what women want to see, man. They want to hear that song, Rain on Me.
I think Rainy Days. I think Rainy Days is called, not Rain on Me.
You know what it's called. You know what it's called. Brachial is trying to say, I think it's called. He knows what it's called.
Yeah, boy. But listen, Salakia, quick question here. This is the better question. Piers, you're talking about who win out of a fight between you and Ja Rule. Piers, who win out a fight between you and Omarosa, man? That's what I want to know. Right. For anyone that don't know, Piers Morgan was on The Apprentice with Donald Trump, man. And Omarosa was slapping you up, man. Slapping him up and pouring water on him. You're worried about who win out of a fight between Ja Rule and 50 Cent. I want to know who win out of a fight between you and Omarosa, man. Let's talk about that, man. Omarosa was grinding him up, man, slapping him up. You get me? Let me make the video real quick if I got it. 1 second. Omarosa was doing him dirty, man.
You've never been, so that's worse. I'd rather be in a has been than a never will. Well,
can you spell my name right?
What is your name?
So I'm project manager.
Piers, like a peer.
Yeah. There you go.
So you really know childish, as I said, right?
I knew his weak spots, and I exploited them. The mother of your children hate you, Piers, and your children hate you, Piers. They're embarrassed by you.
Leave my kids out of it. You foul-mouthed little tramp.
I'm going to have that man on his knees begging and crying for mercy.
It's
You're
over.
useless as a father.
It's over.
You're not even there for them.
You're a
Is there another man
pathetic
raising your
waste of
children?
space. Now go.
Is there another man raising your
You've
children?
raised. What do you know about Piers?
I think he's in the closet. I think he's in the closet.
Yo, Michael doing Piers dirty. So that he's in the closet. He don't raise his kids. Listen, man, that's what you worry about that, man. Fight her, man. What are you talking about? Worry about Ja Rule and who will fight this. Listen, this is entertaining. This is what we need to be talking about, man. Talking about next people. But anyway, the matter of fact is what the devil, man. And he likes to see black people fighting. He likes to make us his entertainment. And that's the whole what's it called? The whole conclusion, Salaki. Go on, Brakala.
No, that's really what it is. You know, it's entertaining for them to pit one slave against the other. That's really what it is. That's as old as like slavery and thing. You know, they used to make us fight for what? For a bottle of beer or for whatever they gave us as a reward. You know, it's as old as light skin versus dark skin. You know, Spanish versus Portuguese, whatever the case is. Listen, just like also Dangobar said, you know, Ja Rule should have just been like, listen, I'm not here for that. Let's talk about music. I'm an artist. You know, let's talk about music. And even like you said, Adawan, why automatically a group of black men is considered a gang? He could have said entourage. He could have said anything else. You and your friends, you and your crew, whatever he has to say. Your gang versus his gang. Like, why are you trying to make it seem like it's a street thing, like it's a gang thing? You understand? Why are you trying to pit one black man against the other? Right? I'm not even gonna talk about how petty 50 could be sometime. That's irrelevant. The point is, you brand an artist for one reason. It's like when was it? I think the clip that was played was it on Tuesday? I remember the clap with Captain Mashak Todd, and we brought up the clip with M.R. talking about, well, the Jamaican food and the Trini food, whatever the case. It's the exact same thing. It's like saying, well, you know, the Trini soca and the bouillon from Dominica, whatever the case is. Oh, Martinique versus Guadeloupe. listen, there's always a devil in the middle of every single fight, every single beef that we have. You know, well, whatever the case is, that beef, long time people really don't care about 50 versus Ja Rule, but now they're gonna have something to talk about again.
That's right.
Because Piers Morgan is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
On that note, you know, French Benjamites, top tier, Salakia. But you know, at the end of the day, going along with whatever narrative this devil brings to the table, listen, we should not even follow after these heathens, because now Ja Rule, even though he barely commented on that, he played right in his pocket. He said, you know what, I would win the fight. I already beat him up. Listen, yeah. You say, oh, you said 50 is a pussy, and you tweeted. I'm like, yeah, it's facts. And listen, you should have just said, you know what, that's not what I'm here for. That's irrelevant. Whatever issue I have with 50, I could talk to 50 myself, and vice versa.
Right.
Like, why do I have to go on a platform, you know, controlled by your people just to reignite some old beef that's been dealt with already? You know, Salakia, the white man's the devil. That's really what it is.
That's right, Salakia. So the other day, I was flicking through TikTok the other day. I watched some. They're showing some old 70s programs, man. But what's that black guy from Trinidad from EastEnders, man? Patrick. What's his real name? His name Patrick, but
Winston.
Khan. So long before EastEnders, he was in the show called Love Thy Neighbor, and I'm watching it. I'm thinking, yo, how can you be a black man in the 70s and love yourself, man? With shows like this on TV, the shit was racist, man. And it's a comedy as well, the comedy, and the outright is gunning black people, and this was on TV. This is what your mum was watching, and your dad was watching, and they're supposed to get up in the morning and go to school and be productive and love each other after seeing this. It was horrible to watch, man. I'm gonna show you a quick clip, man. And this is what our people go through. So when people say stuff like, oh, black people get it together, man, it's in the past. I don't know why you can't get it together. You ain't been through this, man. You ain't turned on the TV and seen people just gunning Pakistani people, gunning Ukrainians, gunning Malis, man. Happens to us, man. This is the reason why we're on the bottom.
To air on 1970s TV.
Bill and Barbie don't come from the jungle. I know that. But it's in their blood. They're primitive.
No more primitive than you are.
You must be. You're black.
And of course, as we know, black is inferior to white, eh?
Quite right. I'm glad you agree with me.
Of course he does. He's a Sambo. He's got a Sambo stomach. I'm white. I've got a good white British stomach. Now, where were we, Sambo?
My name is Bill, not Sambo, right?
Charlie's a Scouse, Paddy's a Mick, and you're a Sambo. It's not your fault. It's just that your ancestors had a bit too much sun.
You kiss like a jungle out there.
Yeah, well, the Sambos will feel at home in it, won't they? And what colour is sin?
Don't tell me, but I've got a feeling it's going to be black.
Of course it is. And his soul was black with sin. You're even black on the outside. God knows what you're like on the inside.
Good night.
Wow. Wow.
Good night.
Wow. And this was funny TV back then.
This was normal. This is what your parents would turn on. Remember the TV with the knob? I just watch it casual, just like today, where your kids put on Baby Shark. You put on, Young and the Restless. This was the show at the time. And this brother in the show, they called him Sambo. I asked my mom about it. She got the brother in the show, they called him Sambo. I just constantly run jokes by him. And that was TV. Are you going to watch that and go to school and get on with your life? And people say, why can't black people get together? This is what we're to fight against, man. You've never experienced this in your life, man. If you ain't black, Hispanic, or Native, you ain't never experienced this. And this was just funny. This was just, this was chopped up too. There's more. It was a whole, probably a 10-part series. Come on, man. Probably a 10-season series. And this was normal TV, man, for black people, man. So lucky.
That's wild. That's wild, because that explains a lot too. Like, that's the show is called Love Thy Neighbor, right?
Love Thy Neighbor, come on, Khan.
And remember that Jamali, he did that series with us with HBO called Hate Thy Neighbor. So now I understand the title of the thing, because he's playing the reverse of it now. Because the Love Thy Neighbor is that's how they treated us.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So now the Hate Thy Neighbor is the view, damn you, like it's the view back from us to them.
Come
You
on,
understand what
come
I'm saying? Like the roles is reversed. Even the quote unquote love from them now is just flat out, you know, hatred and racism. Then it's not passed off like a joke like before. You know what I mean? It's not passed off like that. And that's crazy. Like, that explains a whole lot, brother. Because for the life of me, I can't understand how our people gets to be so comfortable in England with almost like little or no memory of the past. And the whole thing been fed to you like a joke. Like, you would never see a Nazi sitcom in Germany with an actual Jew, not even a black face, you know. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even get a white man and paint his face black and, you know, make the joke in front of the white man. But they get an actual brother, and not even African.
That's right.
They get an actual brother and make these black jokes. The people who you done victimized, put in slavery, you know what I mean, totally take advantage of and destroy. And, you know, that's crazy, brother. That's wild. Could you play that clip again, please? Damn. That's wild. And listen, isn't this the same show where he talk about the Benjamite food being hard and rough and all kind of shit?
Yeah, come on, Khan.
I think I've seen a clip of this before. Go ahead.
So I got a white stomach. I can't
he can't eat that stone food or some kind of thing he say like that. That's crazy. That day is wild.
To air on 1970s TV.
Bill and Barbie don't come from the jungle. I know that. But it's in their blood. They're primitive.
No more primitive than you are.
Well, you must be. You're black.
And of course, as we know, black is inferior to white, eh?
Quite right. I'm glad you agree with me.
Of course he does. He's a Sambo. He's got a Sambo stomach. I'm white. I've got a good white British stomach. Now, where were we, Sambo?
My name is Bill, not Sambo, right?
Charlie's a Scouse, Paddy's a Mick, and you're a Sambo. It's not your fault. It's just that your ancestors had a bit too much sun.
Think it's like a jungle out there?
Yeah, well, the Sambos will feel at home in it, won't they? And what colour is sin?
Don't tell me, but I've got a feeling it's gonna be black.
Of course it is. And his soul was black with sin. You're even black on the outside. God knows what you're like on the inside.
Hey, brother, like y'all had to get us up on them UK pages. You all need to get up on them UK pages, both the TikTok and the Facebook. I think people really need to see that. I think that shit is forgotten. That shit is absolutely forgotten, brother. They wasn't even this disrespectful to Mr. Bean. You remember Mr. Bean?
Come.
And they wasn't that disrespectful to Mr. Bean, not to his face like that. They didn't make packy jokes and stuff like that. Listen, for a good portion, everybody thought Mr. Bean was just a kind of slow white man.
I thought that as well at one point.
You know what I mean? But Mr. Bean is a Paki. He's a Pakistani who trying to be white. That's why he could never talk in the whole show. He talking like that because he can't talk English, but he trying to put away his ethnicity and be less Paki and more British. So the whole show was a comic about him just being a goof and a gag. He'd going to church. I remember that Christmas special. He in there, they singing the hymns. He's like, he can't even talk. But they making fun of him. But they would never make fun of him like that, like what they do to us. That's wild. That's a wild thing. That's really
also
wild, bro.
You might think, well, that's the 70s, man. It's a comedy. Listen, this is how they fought in the 70s, man. And this, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna play a clip of them doing a survey in the 70s, and this is what white people thought about us in the 70s, man.
I think they should live in a district all to themselves, because I've got to bring this little boy up amongst them, and they're not clean, and the smell of the cooking makes you feel sick. You get the smell of the cooking upstairs in the bedrooms, and then they spit about and use the entry as the toilet.
There are good, realistic reasons why objections have been raised. First of all, the ones of personal habits. It's been said that a coloured worker having his soup in the canteen finds a piece of bone and spits it on the floor. That's something that the average British worker doesn't like. Secondly, too, some of them wash with oil. Oil with a strong smell that can be very unpleasant if you're working close to them. And then, of course, there's the understandable fear that's always present with so many people of what could happen with British girls.
You're washing with too much oil, Karate.
You washing with oil? That's a lie. Who washing with oil, man?
I think he's talking about the like, you know, how we would lotion or put on smell good.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what he's talking about. But for oppressor, he's such, you know, he's bland, he's void of spirit. You know, that's like too much for him. It's like, you know, you ever hear people say, man, that perfume strong, it's like you're bathing it. So that's, he's saying it like that, but he literally means it. You know what I mean? He literally means the shit. And from this is where you get them oppressors not even being able to eat our food. Where if you have a Benjamin restaurant, you had to make the food dumb just to get them to eat it. So to the point when a Benjamin actually come in, you know, it's like, man, this ain't really hitting like that. Or certain things can't be on the menu because these oppressors, they can't handle it.
Forget about that spice. That spice will kill him.
Yep.
That's money. And all this is propaganda as well. A lot of it is just so black people don't come to the UK. They wanted to get black people out of the UK. Black people do not chew bones and spit it on the floor, man. And she said, I can't have black people living here because I got to raise up these kids, man. And let me tell you something, the 70s and 60s weren't that long ago, man. This woman's alive somewhere. Right. If she ain't dead anyway, you get me? And that baby's alive somewhere. And this is what they think about blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, man. They might disguise it. They might come to work with a suit and tie and smiling in your face, but this is what they think, man. This is what they've been told and passed down to their parents, man. And that's why we shouldn't marry their women, shouldn't fight in their army. This is what they think about us, man. So when people say, well, other nations have come after black people and they got it better, the Polish got it together, the Malis got it together. Listen, they ain't been through what we went through, man. They ain't got to turn on the TV and see this on TV. They don't get sitcoms named after them and made after them. They don't get stopped and frisked by the police, man. In the 60s, in the 80s, like, you know, the law called the SOS law, man. It was made for who? For black people, man. They ain't got, now in 2024, they got Operation Trident, man. Who's made for who? Made for black people, man. They don't go for what we go through, so they can't relate, man. You know what I mean? Slack it, Akim. They want to chime in.
And if I could, like, even when she's like, the cooking, you smell it upstairs and so forth, and usually, I think that till this day they don't like the smell of it. Now, if you're raised in the Caribbean household, man, listen, you leave your coat downstairs on the door hanger, and your family's frying fish or whatever, or frying chicken or whatever. Your coat smells like it, man.
Right.
But, have you ever gone at the house and you can smell chicken and it's you? Or is it just me?
That's what, or white rice. That's why white rice. White rice is strong.
You leave your coat on the thing and you throw your coat and then you can smell the chicken. So when these lot say, no, these lot stink, while it is they hate the fact that we season our food, while it is they have their food with no seasoning. Like, if you want a good example of white people food, if you've ever been in a hospital or any of the prisons, you will know exactly what white people food is, man. It's just food that we couldn't even eat. Imagine they speak down on us. They chew chicken bones and spit them on the floor. Whereas that's a lie, man. Because when black people came to England, we the ones that made England, made England clean, man.
That's
we the reasons why you now have a bath in your house.
Yeah,
what
right.
the Edomites used to do, have a bath like what? Once every 2 weeks. Or they would take the bathroom out the house and turn it into a bedroom. And black people came and said, yo, I can't live in the house without a bath.
Right.
Because why? We came from the Caribbean where we was clean. So we came to England and even my grandma said this years ago. When they came to England, these Edomites had their dogs just defecating on the floor and just leaving it there. And they was like, damn, you can't do that. You have to clean it up. We the reason why you got all these little paper bags where dogs have to pick up them where the owners have to pick up the dog mess. We the reason why they do all that, man. I don't know if you've ever been to them around Edomites. What Edomites do is they wash their clothes with the dog blankets and with the dog clothes and stuff, man. They cook the animals, have the animals all in the bed with them, and they have the cheek to call us dirty, man. Which you can just look at our put our lifestyle next to their lifestyle, and you will see who's dirty, man. So lucky.
They kiss their dogs in the mouth.
If I could as well done about what you're saying correct, because my grandparents told me how the oppressor wouldn't wash his shirt, man, and what it would have is had a disposable color, and when his shirt neck got dirty, it just boom, throw it away. And when the windrush came off the boat, they was on the boat for months and came off looking fresh shirt, starched up, white shirt. They was known for also, before you had the milkman, you had the bread man, and they'll put the bread on the doorstep, with nothing wrapped around it. Plus, you know, everyone likes fish and chips. They used to wrap the fish and chips in newspaper, man. And we told them that, listen, you can't do that, man. Literal newspaper. We told them, listen, you can't do that, man. Now they got it wrapped in proper paper, but before that, that's how they was living, man. So how dare they call us unclean, man? Salakia.
No, Salakia. That's really, when it comes down to it, they just hate everything about us. That's really what it is. They're gonna find anything to say, they're unclean, they're uncivilized, they make too much noise, just because they dislike our music. They hate the flavorful smell of our food, you understand, or the way we look. Really, that's really what it is. They're gonna invent every single narrative just to say, they're uncivilized, they're disgusting, they're unclean. When it comes down to it, they really despise us from the beginning, just like Ezekiel 35:5 said. They have a perpetual hatred for us.
That's right.
So they'll find anything just to paint a dark picture on us. Even just an example, in Montreal, right, uptown, it used to be predominantly like Benjamite, right? In French, is Côte de Neige, which translates to hill of snow. So what they did, they call it Côte de Nègre, which we translate literally to hill of niggers. And that's not too long ago. That was when I was a kid. Damn. You understand? They just despise us. That's really what it is. When we make too much noise and whatever, it's just our music. They can't make music like us, so now our music is noisy. They can't cook food like us, so now it has a strong smell, or they don't like it. They can't fathom it. That's really what it is. At the end of the day, they're despicable, disgusting devils. That's really it. And to see our people trying to degrade themselves and integrate with a people like that, when we're supposed to be above all nations, and we're trying to make us as equal as they are, that is even more disgusting. At the end of the day, it's one thing to see them being disgusting, but it's another thing to see our people trying to match their energy with integration and all that. What we should do is just go back to segregating. That's it. Like that, they won't have to complain about the smell of our food. If you were segregating right now, you wouldn't have to see these shows. They wouldn't be able to make these shows. Why? Because there's no brothers available to play that Sambo character.
That's right.
Salakia.
Like I was saying, Salakia, they said that we're unclean. I look at this, man. They was wrapping chips in newspaper, man. And this was normal in the UK. And I think it was in the 80s, they stopped it. Just in the 80s, I got an article here. It reads, wait me a second. It says, during the war years, paper rations meant fish and chips were served in columns of yesterday's newspaper. The practice went out of favor in the 1980s when it was deemed unsafe for food to come in contact with newspaper ink. See, that's the 80s, man. Only the 80s they stopped it. So, brother, all the way from the 60s up into the 80s, which is recent, this is how they were living, man. They got that weird day. But it's like I yield, man. So like,
No. You're right. Finish off, please, because listen, that thing, I remember having puppies, and feeding the dog on the newspaper. You have puppies, you don't have, you may not have a bowl or something. You feed the puppy on the newspaper, or you get one of them old butter dish that washed out, and that would be a little puppy bowl. But imagine they're giving you the food in the newspaper, because these heathens, brother, have zero class at all.
That's right. Boy, anyway, man, listen.
Zero class.
Our next devil came on the scene. you know what I mean, Amy Winehouse, and she said the opposite from what these devils say, man. Listen to Amy Winehouse. She said since black people come to England, we brought a perfect culture with us, man. And even listen, history says it itself that our culture coming to the UK. Come on, man, it's better, man. Listen, you don't listen to us. I let Amy Winehouse say it, man. So luck, yeah.
Black culture, black music, you know, it's what I've grown up with, and it's all I know. You know, it's in my blood. I just can't. It'd be a very bleak place without black culture and music. If you wanted to get brownie points with your girlfriend, you could do anything. You could sleep with her mum and then be like, Sade tickets, baby. That's it. Do you know what I mean? Game over. Sade was it. When I was 14 or 15, I had my own little world going on. And I know, you know, black music and black culture comes from guts and your heart, definitely. So if you're at that age and you're looking for something to connect to emotionally, it's there. It's all there.
Come on, man. Even she said it, man. Even you know that tune, Pastor Dutchy from the left hand side. Those brothers were Brummies, man. You know, they're from Birmingham, and they made it to MTV, and then slowly but surely, black music started to break through the scene, and now you got it today. Now black music is what Stormzy takes over and so forth. But let me tell you something, man. Black people that came on the Windrush, man, that was nobody. Everyone laughed at. It was so disgusting and dirty. We brought the scene, and now you got Ed Sheeran making black music. M.R. But listen, it comes from us, man. We brought our flavors. Nowadays, the same people talking about how Jamaican food stinks and Caribbean food stinks. Listen, you can't get them out of the Jamaican shop, man. You go see slavery with some of yesterday's food and like, yo, what is that? Yo, who made that? You made that? What is that, man? The flavors. Listen, you can't get them out, man. You can't get them out quick enough, man. Yo, can you bring me some? You go to the menu in the Caribbean shop, they know the menu better than you, man. You know the menu better than you, man. So like, you can't get them out of there, man. And the same in America too. They talk about, you know, get rid of the Mexicans. So you can't get a white man out of the Mexican shop, man. He's ordering all the tacos and ordering, you know, all the burritos, man. Listen, man. They know that our culture is better than theirs, man. You know what I mean? Let me show another quick video, and I'll let you brothers chime in.
And you can look this up, folks. This is an urban myth. When MTV started, it showed absolutely no black videos as a matter of policy. This was partly due to the fact that when it started, it was broadcasting to the Middle America. So it's effectively broadcasting to what you call the Bible Belt. Now, this is a fact. If you don't believe me, look it up. David Bowie even took them to task.
Just floored by the fact that there's so few black artists featured on it. Why is that?
And then I think it was CBS that threatened to pull all their catalogue if they didn't show Michael Jackson's Billie Jean video.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people thought was the very first black video on MTV. Not true. The very first black video on MTV was shown about 3 months before, and it was musically used Pass the Dutchie, which I made. And I guess because the brothers, they were kids, you know, it was a kids group, and nobody was more than about 4 foot tall, and they spoke with Brummie accents. So I guess from the Americans' point of view, they were non-threatening.
Look at that. Look, black culture's always been in the UK. Let me tell you something. No one even understood the words what the brother was saying, but the white man just liked it and vibed with it. And this is the beginning of black culture black music started to break in the UK, man. So I let your brothers chime in. So like him, man.
Listen, I wouldn't even give the oppressor that pass. I think he fully knew what them brothers were saying, and it was okay to let the gollywog talk about being a drug addict. You understand? Because remember, at that time, drugs was a big part of white culture, especially British culture. You know what I mean? It was a big part of it. That's the same Amy Winehouse who we just played. That brought overdose. She killed herself with drugs. You know what I mean? So for them, it was okay to do it. You know what I mean? It was okay to do it. And when MTV came out, that wasn't, you know, them devils was on coca. Them devils was snorting lines and shit. So it was okay to let, you know, because it's in another language, they could pass it. They could get it to pass the American audience, but they for sure knew what the hell it was. You know what I mean? And for them, it was okay to let these, you know, the jungle people, the Sambo people, the Gollywog, it's okay to let the Gollywog kids promote it because, of course, they just, you know, animals anyway, but they wouldn't let some young white boy do it. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Yeah, that's definitely wild. How they do anything on? It's definitely wild for sure. You know what I mean? The racism, like how you say, they done perfected the racism in England.
Come on, they got PhD in it, man.
Yeah,
this ain't like
right.
This ain't like regular in your face racism. This is that real Edomite devil at his highest, man. Slick snake serpent type stuff, man. And that's how they do it, man. You know, they don't mind black people pushing drugs, but the oppressor, nah, you can't do that. And shoot, David Bowie, all that was big on cocaine, man. All them rock stars and the Beatles, known for doing lines and doing cocaine. It's part of the rock star culture. It's part of the rock star culture. But they don't want them rapping about it. They don't want them singing about it. So they may us do it, man. It's a luck, yeah.
Khan. Hey, when there's an evil agenda to push, of course we're going to be used to push that evil agenda. You know, because they know whatever we do, everybody is trying to gravitate towards us. So just like, you know, it's nowadays it's cool to rap about all types of drugs. Why? Because black people do it. So now if they do it, you know, they always want to gravitate towards whatever we doing, good or bad. So knowing that, they're going to use us to push whatever evil agenda they have. You know, whether it's the drug use, the drill music. You know, damn, there's that white kid, that white suburban kid from he's from somewhere, some good neighborhood in New York. They're using him to push the drill agenda. You know, at the end of the day, he's not how could I put it? Besides him not living the street life, like it's our people dying every day because of drill music. And he's just profiting off of that. You know, but it's cool to make the drill music, it's cool to make the rap music, it's cool to do anything about drugs and hypersexualization. But they're gonna use us to push their agenda regardless, because everyone gravitate towards us, whether it's good or bad. It's a lock here.
God. So we've got 7 minutes left, so I'm getting the last video, but I saw something today in Jamaica, man, that listen, if you think Christianity gets black people to love white people and that whole African nonsense get black people to love Africans, man. Listen, this was like Christianity at its finest, but not towards white people, but towards Africans. You know what I mean? Like, there's this new trend coming out where they say that people from the Caribbean come from Ghana. Why? Because we was captured in Ghana and taken to the islands. So we think that we're actually Ghanaian, we're not, man. And because this history is, it's known to people now, you got loads of people in the islands going back to Ghana, respecting Ghana. And I saw something that I couldn't believe, man, in Ghana today, man. I mean, this is the video right here. 1 second. I don't think that's the one, Let me see if I can find it. The brothers in Ghana, the brothers in Jamaica putting up Ghanaian flags and stuff, man.
Good night.
And it was in the ends as well. And a Ghanaian man was there. You know what I mean? Carefree, living his best life. I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe it. But let me see if I got the video. So lucky, I might have misjudged the video. Bear with me a second.
Wait, they had Ghana Independence Day the other day, right?
Khan.
Yeah, I think that's why. You got tons of black people that are always migrating. They either go to Ghana, Gambia, Nigeria, and you got tons of black people that say, "Yo, because I'm buying land in Gambia, man. I'm gonna buy land in Ghana." And while it is with Ghana now, a lot of people go to Ghana on holiday. Why? Because it's like a holiday destination now. And and the sad thing is, everything that black people's been through, the oppressor turns it into like a museum. So like the horrible things that we've been through, they turn it into like a museum, and it's a sight to behold, and everybody wants to see it. Like even down here, when we go to the slave museum, who's mainly there? The oppressor's mainly there with his family, man. He's there with his family, and you would think that these people would think, maybe I shouldn't be here because I'm the reason why this exists. I'm the reason why these shackles that they got behind this glass is there. They go there with their family, and the planet as a day trip, and they're insensitive with it, man. Imagine we go there to see what our people went through, and now black men want to go back to Ghana, man, not realizing them Ghanaians captured you. Them Ghanaians captured you, and they handed you over to the Europeans, man. And
go ahead,
I got a new book I was reading, man. And in Ghana now, there's a place in Ghana it's called the slave dungeons, and they had different dungeons within the dungeons, and it was pitch black in there. They had like a room where you go in there and you can't breathe because there's no air coming in, and they called it the troublemakers dungeon, and you would die in there, man. And they would put like up to 200 people in there, and they wouldn't open the door until all 200 people was dead. That's one of the rooms in there. Now the other rooms in there, you had men shackled in there, urinating all on each other, and they're all dying in there. So then at the top of this dungeon where everybody was dying, they had like a hole, and the slave master would look down the hole, and you could see the slaves in the dungeon, and all of those kind of things. You could see the slaves in the dungeon, and he would watch the slaves just dying in the dungeon, man. And he would look down and see them screaming and dying, and hearing them not being able to breathe, and he would just watch them all die, and that's how you was treated in Ghana. So then after that, the ones that survived that, they would then be taken, they'd be branded, then put on the slave ship. So they'd brand them, so you would know where they're gonna go and which families they're gonna go to. They'd brand them and all them things, and then you would go on the slave ship. Then you would go through more trouble and more problems and more trouble and more problems. So, so before you even got on the slave ships, there was like a holding place, which was hell as well. So you left that holding place thinking, well, it can't be worse than this, and it kept on getting worse. So you survived the dungeon, only to go on the slave ships and be shackled and get fed half a teaspoon of water a day, and seeing your loved ones thrown overboard and dying and all of those things. So then you would survive that if you survived it. Then you would end up on the plantation where you get beaten, whipped, worked sun up to sundown, and then most people are thinking, damn, I'd rather have just died in the dungeon, man. Imagine you think, all right, I've survived one horror, the next one can't be worse than the next one. And each time it's getting worse, man. And now we waving around Ghanaian flags, whereas we're supposed to say F Ghana, man. We're supposed to say F Ghana and these Ghanaians.
That's right.
That's what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to have a Ghana flag and trample on it, man. That's what you're supposed to do. Not wave around Ghanaian flags. Lucky, are you?
No, Salaki, I was just going to add on the part of the museum, Adawan. Listen, I just came back from the museum last week, right? With they have a native indigenous exposition. Listen, I just see nothing but devils. It's damn near like they were fascinated at the atrocities they committed against these people. It's like, damn. It's not even like, okay, like they're ignorant to the fact that they put the natives in residential schools. They abused the natives. They took away their culture. You know, a big reason why we have we need a fishing culture. I see there's an article saying, listen, now we need license to get food on our own land. The reason why the people are destroyed is because of these people over here touring the museum and making a profit off of that exposition as well, to add insult to injury. You understand? That's the crazy part for me. I was like, damn, there's not one brother over here. There's just nothing but the heathens. You know, I went there obviously just to get some footage, but they were like, damn, it was like just fascinating for them that these people are destroyed because of us in their mind. It's like they're admiring their work. Damn, this is the reason why we have a museum in the middle of downtown Montreal. This is the reason we have an Eaton Center, because we slaughtered a whole nation. And even on that Ghana thing, listen, my dad's brethren just came back from Benin. He told me, yeah, because I think I traced my roots back to Benin. Listen, the only affinity you have to Benin is that you were a slave over there.
That's right.
These African people in Benin, I think if I'm not mistaken, Benin is where we have the kingdom of Ouida. Anyways, this is where we built a small civilization until the Africans turned around and put us in chains. They put us on the grill. We were the bushmeat at some point. You understand? And then they sold us to these goddamn devils. That's the only link you have to Africa. You dwelt there temporarily, fleeing the oppression of these devils in Jerusalem. And then these Africans, they just sold you anyways. They didn't sell their own people. They would never sell their own people. The only link you have to Benin is that you were a slave over there. So now you're coming back to Benin.
If I could real quick, you see how that man traced his lineage back to Benin. Now there was tons of people that used to do that. So back to the dungeon. Now there was a man that went on tour in the dungeons, and he basically he had like what did he have now? He had like a marker where it was showing how high the blood was. You know what? I wish I could pull up the picture, but it was showing a marker of how high the blood was, how high the urine was, and how it was all mixed in. So then, this is a man that came from the Caribbean actually, and he went back to Ghana, and they took him on a tour around the castle, and then the most craziest part is, you see when I said you could look down from the dungeon.
Okay.
Guess what? Guess what was built on top of the dungeon that they was looking down from?
What, a church?
The church, man. The church.
That's right.
Right.
The church, man. And they said the slaves that was dying in the dungeon could hear the Christians singing and praying while they was dying in the dungeon.
That's heaven on top and hell below.
Can't say.
Different levels of hell.
Yeah.
That's why.
So, go ahead, Rocky. Salaki.
No, Salaki, I don't want. I just said, listen, the only link any of us have to Africa is we just dwell there temporarily, and then the Africans, just like the Arabs, just like the other nations, they were just our captors, and we were captives to every single one of them. That's it. There's no link, and Africa is not the motherland. You understand? We did not even saying that we all come from Africa. That theory comes from a racist white man. What's his name again? Charles Darwin. The reason why he said we all come from Africa is because he thought we all descended from monkeys and apes, and Africa is the landmass where there's the most species of apes. That's the only reason why people say we all descend from Africa. Because a white man told you that.
That's right.
So while you reject the Bible saying it's a white man's book, you'll accept the theory of Charles Darwin, who's a white man, saying you all come from Africa. Then you'll accept the DNA test administered by a white man who said, you're 40% Ghanaian and whatever the case is. Listen. It's like don't think I forgot. I'm about to send a DNA test with Ruby's saliva and set it as my own. We'll see where she comes from. The devil did the same thing with his iguana. Right. The iguana came out 30% Ghanaian, 15% Nigerian, 5% Chinese. We'll see. We'll see what DNA results I get with Ruby's saliva. You understand? So like,
Carl, let me play the video real quick. So lucky of how much they were bigging up these Hamites, man.
Into Valley Gardens, and this is the garden that, is that the Ghana flag again? Yeah. Look at that! Look at that! Oh! God bless Ghana, man. And today is our Independence Day, and I came to Valley Gardens, one of the places that everyone is telling me, hey, don't go. And I'm like, the places that people tell me I shouldn't go.
Not only Jamaica, it's Tivoli Garden, man, where you could not anyone can walk through the Tivoli Garden, but a Ghanaian man can walk through Tivoli Garden, man. Tivoli Garden been bad from what 70s, from the political wars, and to this day, no tourists can walk through Tivoli Garden.
Brother, that just take my spirits out. That one they take my spirits out. Damn, man.
Salaki out of one. If I may, real quick.
Come on.
Are people just waving that Ghanaian flag? It ain't different than waving the British flag, waving the French flag, the American flag. We're just waving the flag over another oppressor. And he's so proud, saying, listen, look at the people I had captives. They're so proud of rooting for me.
If I could, Barack, they brothers in Jamaica not waving the Ghana flag like in really in that way. That comes from the Rastafarian movement. That should come from the Rastafarian movement. The ice, gold, and green. The ice is the red, the gold is the yellow, the green is of course the green. The black star comes from Marcus Garvey, Black Star liner, because it was his cruise ship line. Marcus Garvey had a cruise ship company with a big ship, and the ship was called the company was called Black Star Liner. Right? They even had a song about it, 7 miles of Black Star Liner coming in the border. Right? So the flag in Jamaica, it would represent something different. Not saying it's better, but he could come there and get a sense of what you saying, where he's kind of put up on a pedestal now, and he feel like is doing it in honor of him, and because of all that allegiance to Africa, Mama Africa, this ice, gold, and green, that Rastafari, this, our brothers and sisters tend to cater to and observe everything African first. So, Ghana Independence Day come around now, that would mean something, but it only means something because of the Rastafarian thing, because of the colors of the flag. It's damn near like just identifying, something just like a stupid sorority almost.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like a genuine care for what's going on in Ghana or nothing like that. This comes from that whole blackety black Pan-Africanism, Rastafarian, movement. That's just a big mishmash of everything. You know what I mean?
Sir.
Like that. Karate, what's that thing behind him? Like, why is that painted in the colors?
Again, that's housing complex. They've painted it. It looks permanent too. It looks permanent, like it ain't going nowhere. That's how hard this movement is right now. Everyone's just fascinated with Ghana.
That's crazy, yeah. That's crazy. But I know for sure, brother, them colors come from the Rastafarian movement. Because I mean, let me see if I can pull up one now. You can play the rest of the video.
Come on.
Listen, I'm in Tivoli Gardens, and this is the garden that, is that the Ghana flag again? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, God bless Ghana, man. And today is our Independence Day, and I came to Tivoli Gardens, one of the places that everyone is telling me, hey, don't go. And I'm like, the places that people tell me I shouldn't go, I believe that there's something good in there. And that's why I'm here. And guess what I found? A Ghana flag. No.
Not just a Ghana flag. I want our biggest mural.
Biggest mirror?
Yeah,
I love that.
So far, one of our biggest murals so far.
I love that. Why are people afraid to come to Tivoli Gardens?
Like I said, the past. You don't know. Jamaica.
Yep.
Life, earth, and strength.
Yep. A lot. You're from here?
Yeah.
What will you say about Tivoli Gardens?
What's the trouble?
What do you say about Tivoli Gardens?
It's a good community.
I love your flag, though.
Yeah. I'm from Ghana.
I'm from Ghana, man. Look at that. What a... Woo! Happy Independence Day, Ghana. This is so beautiful, man. You know what? I gotta sing the anthem. Hold this phone for me, man. I need to sing the anthem, man. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Take it from me. Let's go. God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Yes.
And make our nation great and strong.
Fuckery off, man. Salakia. I can't deal with it. I can't fucking deal with it. God damn, man. I think I gotta go there, boy. G's and ages, boy. How much will you be a effing slave, Israel? Damn. Yeah. This man, if that's not the meaning of conquer that, imagine a man come to your country, stick his flag in the ground and start to sing his national anthem. Isn't that the meaning of conquered?
Right.
Karawakan.
Oh my gosh, Shaq. And this ugly Hamite too, man. Can't sing, can't do nothing good.
So like I see this.
You vex me there, you vex me.
I didn't mean to ruin the Friday night.
Cheese and ages, boy, my heart, brother. Damn. Nah, I ain't taking that, man. I ain't taking that one. I ain't taking that one. We gotta fire up everybody out.
The disrespect, man.
Everybody had to get fired up for the next few days, brother. I ain't care. I see it. It's gonna be a problem. That
the Captain Mashak is
freezing.
Salaki said you're freezing.
See what you did to Captain Mashak with the Ghanaian anthem.
That's what
Shit,
I'm saying.
no, man, it's like that
It's an
bushmeat
offense.
shit, man.
Rocket Allah, we're witnesses to this offense.
Weird. Good night. That's the Ghanaian effect.
That Ghanaian shit, man.
The man started singing, you know. He goes after sing the anthem. A man went and sung the anthem, you know. And
Nah, you can't sing your national anthem in the next man's country. That's disrespectful.
Exactly. You meant to do that in your own country. He's come to Jamaica and did it, and they let him.
Everything.
Damn, my brother said there's Majid. There is a next video of a Rasta woman washing his feet with her locks.
Khan.
That video can't exist.
That Hamite is doing the most in Jamaica right now. He's out here tasting, I think, plantain porridge and teaching Jamaicans how to eat with their hands and shit like that. Listen, there's a lot of video of that Hamite right now doing the most in Jamaica.
Damn.
Have you seen the one of him washing his feet with her locks?
I think I seen this one too. I need to look up I seen enough videos of this Hamite in Jamaica right now.
So, bro, you gotta unsee that one, man. Yeah. Unsee. Listen, I can't. I want to see it, but I don't want to see it at the same time.
I don't want to pull it up, so like it.
No, listen. I don't know what's dirty, the locks or the feet. But anyway,
he's gonna have to get them feet amputated, man. Got them dirty locks in with all whatever in there, yo. Listen, man, locks ain't our custom, man. And because we're in love with Africa, we would wash our African's feet, and you would never wash a Caribbean man's feet, man. A Caribbean man is considered lazy and don't want to work. And what you think the Jamaican men's feet don't need washing too? What about our feet, man?
Trust me, come on, man. Could do the foot rub, man. It's a lot.
When has a woman ever washed our feet, man, in Jamaica with her hair? That's what I'm saying.
Dangabar was well taken care of as a kid. He told us already. He doesn't need to have his feet washed.
Get me, Baraki Allah. I need that. I need my feet washed with that hair, with the head and shoulders. I need the head and shoulders to. You get me? And listen, when has a black man ever had his feet washed, man, by his sisters? It's not gonna happen. Why? Because this woman here, don't look at her brothers like they're anything special.
Right.
But this African, she sees him as, you know what? They're the closest to God. And this is what happens when you have people like Taurus Riley that have tunes like Manubian Queen. Imagine he skipped all the women in the Caribbean and he raps about what? Nubians is who? Ethiopians, right?
I think it's Egyptians, actually, as a matter of fact. One of the two.
Yeah, you might be Egyptians. So now he skips over the women that he sees every single day. His mom, his grandma, the women that raised him, and he starts talking about my Nubian queen. She's so royal. So what is he saying about the women that he sees every day? They're not royal.
That's right.
What's he saying about the women he sees every day? That they're not royal. Listen, man, those sisters are royalty, man. Those sisters are royalty, and them Nubians ain't royal, man.
Right.
Taurus Riley, man, if only you knew who he was. You're talking about my Nubian queen. And then there's another wrestler called Warrior King. He's got a song called what's it called? Ethiopian Queen. Ethiopian women ain't royal, man. Imagine you skip over. How do you think you're making the women that is actually your sisters feel, man? You're making them feel like they must be not royal. Listen, man, our sisters are royalty. Why don't you get a sister, man? I'm talking about my Nubian queen. Taurus Riley, you ain't never left Jamaica, man. You ain't never seen one of them women in your life. You've been brainwashed into believing someone else's royalty when they're not. The Lord didn't call them Africans royalty, man.
Right.
The Lord said the children of Israel are royalty. Love your sisters. Right. You're supposed to make a song saying she's royal, man. Those women that you see every morning, those women you see gathering the fruits, those women you see cooking the food over there, doing everything what them sisters do. That's the real royalty, man. Stop making our women feel like shit, man. Imagine this man's making our women feel like shit. Now, when I listen to She's Royal, I don't see my grandma included in there. I don't see my mom included in there. You made it you made it very specific, man, that this song is for African women. Now I understand why Captain Mashak don't like Taurus, right? Before I couldn't understand it, I understand it now. I understand why Captain Mashak's always saying he can't stand Taurus Riley. I get it now. So lucky I yield.
No, so lucky. I just want to say this real quick. I think I sent that to Shamgar already on Instagram, right? There's a clip. The Nigerian man says, yeah, we deal with these black women, but we're never going to marry them. You know, even one time, it was like, I think a year or two ago, Officer Adiar in my city, he was told by the Africans, listen, we just love having sex with your women, but we'll never marry them. We'll just use for sex, and then that's it. And this is what the Africans think of you. While you praise them, they just see you as sex toys. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. You're just a concubine to them. That's it.
That's right.
Nothing more, nothing less. Lakia.
So Lakia, Father coming through. Father for everyone for being on the show. We're over by about 20 minutes. You know, like, share, subscribe. We got Sabbath service tomorrow. 394 Lodge Road, B18, 5PW, 10 o'clock sharp. Also classes Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 to 9, 394 Lodge Road. Also class on Tuesday and Friday, live from Manchester. While for everyone coming through. Also, you know, keep sending these stories, keep sending everything, and we'll be here again next week as well. So, like I said, anything you want to mention, sir?
Brother, I done broke the computer with that damn shit. I had to toss the thing, brother. I can't deal with it. I don't think we understand what's going on. Listen, man. This is what really bothering me the most. And you Rastafarians, man, you're gonna one day you're gonna be charged just as heavily as the Christians on them. Because you're equally selling us out to another nation of people who don't give a damn about us. Right. This is what I'm looking at. They go in addition to carrying him to get high and smoke the best weed, guess what else they're gonna give him?
That box, woman giving that box, man.
They're gonna turn him over to all the young Benjamite women in there, just like they did to Bob Marley's father.
Right.
Brother, I can't do it. I'm going for the night, brother. My head, I'm an old man. Let's get blood pressure easy. That shit there, this old cockroach-looking nigga waving a flag, talking about God bless Ghana. Let God curse Ghana, man. I ain't want to get your flag, brother. So I'm gonna stop right now. But let God bring all the dangerous, unpleasant spirits and gifts to that piece of landfill called Ghana. God damn, brother. Like, there's no more pride. And let me tell you something. Anybody from any other island coming to Jamaica would not be allowed to walk through them areas and get the same welcome.
That's right.
We'll fight each other in an island war. But you let this nasty oppressor come over there. He ain't even dressed right.
That's right.
Benjamites don't go nowhere and ain't dressed right. You come in there with old nasty slippers, old dirty. Man, hey, shalom. I'm going now.
The Ghanaian
guys. Okay, so again, we'll be here next week as we do on the ends, 9 to 11, man. You know what I mean? Everyone, for coming through. You know what I mean? For all the support. Also, pay your Passover fund. It's gonna be this. Give me the details on the Passover. Salakia.
April 20th, North Carolina. Come on down. Get your flights booked. Pay your Passover fee. We're gonna have a whale of a time. We got the lamb slaughter, the black party, the scripture breakdown with General Hyman, the Passover, the feast of unleavened bread. It's going to be excellent. All Israel is to report to the Lord's 55th annual Passover, man. Report to the Passover. That's all I got to say.
All right, shalom.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right. The Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.